Ikinararangal ko pong ihandog sa inyo ang GMA News and Public Affairs Advocacy para sa eleksyon 2022 para sa patas at matalinong desisyon sa mga susunod nating iluluklok sa pwesto. Ako po ang inyong kapuso, Mike Enriquez. Ngayong eleksyon 2022, ang buong sambayanang Pilipino dapat totoo.
Noong eleksyon 2019, ang ating panawagan at panatag, pusuan ang totoo. Kaya lumibot tayo sa iba't ibang panig ng bansa para ipakilala at isulong ang mga katangian ng kandidatong totoo.
Pusuan ang totoo!
Ngayong eleksyon 2022, sa harap ng hamon na ibangon ang ating bayan, lahat tayo, ang mga kandidato, ang mga botante, at ang pagbabalitang gagabay sa bayan, dapat totoo.
Ang mga tatakbo, dapat totoo.
Totoong may paninindigan para sa tama. Dapat matapat, hindi magnanakaw o tiwali.
Totoong may plataporma at konkretong solusyon sa mga isyong dapat tugunan.
Magpapakatotoo sa kanilang mandato at totoo ang hangat na makapaglingkod.
Hindi personal na kapakanan ang itataguyod.
At dahil nasa atin ang responsibilidad,
na iboto ang karapat-dapat na kandidato,
ang paninindigan ng mga botanteng Pilipino.
dapat totoo. Magsaliksik tungkol sa kandidatong susuportahan. Alamin ang kanilang track record.
At huwag basta maniwala.
Sa sabi ng iba o ng mga tumatakbo.
Himayin ang kanilang mga plano.
At suriin ang mga proyektong kanilang isinusulong.
pahalagahan, bigyang dangal, at ipaglaban ang boto.
Huwag magpabayad sa sino mang kandidato.
Tumulong sa pagpapalaganap ng katotohanan.
At huwag magkakalat ng fake news.
Ang GMA News and Public Affairs sa pagbabalita ngayong eleksyon, mananatiling totoo.
Walang takot na ihahayag ang mga problema ng lipunan para mamulat ng mga kandidato at botante sa totoong kalagayan ng bayan.
Ang mga ibabalita, walang itatago. Lahat dadaan sa masusing pagsisiyasat. Lahat ng panig, pakikinggan at bibigyang boses.
Totoong pagbabantay ang gagawin. Susuriin ang mga plataforma at posisyon ng mga kandidato sa iba't ibang issue.
Para magabayan ang mga Pilipino sa paggawa ng desisyong mahalaga sa ating kinabukasan.
Ang ating pagbabalita, noon at higit pa sa ngayon, walang kikilingan, walang poprotektahan, walang kasinungalingan.
Ngayong eleksyon 2022, ang mga kandidato, ang mga botante, at ang pagbabalitang gagabay sa bawat Pilipino, lahat tayo, dapat totoo.
Dapat totoo. The GMA News and Public Affairs Election 2022 Advocacy.
Ibahagi ang talino, siguradong gwapong-gwapo. Walang pikon dito, katuwaan lang at kwento. At kung hindi ka sigurado, ask mo.
Baklod, anong paborito mong buhatin pag nasa gym ka?
Dumbbell.
Sa mga teammates mo, sinong pabigat?
Si Sean Umali.
Gusto ko yung pag-name drop. Very good. Sean! Kim, natawagan ka na ba ng traveling?
Maraming beses.
Saan ang favorite travel destination mo?
Sa Japan. Kasi andun yung side ng papa ko.
Kung coach ka sa team nyo, sino sa first five ang ibabangko mo?
Si Barba.
Bakit si Barba?
Masyado kaming kinukulit lahat eh. Kahit tulog kami, gigisingin kami na eh.
Nilaglag ka ni Renzo, sabi nangungulit ka daw.
Narinig ko nga yun eh. Dako na lagi nilalaglag ng mga yan eh.
Ano naman comment mo doon? Totoo ba na ginigising mo sila para matulog ulit?
Pwede.
Pwede?
Kung ang tagline ng NCAA Season 97 ay Stronger Together, buo ang puso. From 1 to 10, gano'n ka karupok?
10?
Coach? May na-block ka na sa court?
Oo.
Sa Facebook, ikaw ang nang-block o ikaw ang blinak?
Ako na mablock.
Ay, wow! Pogi! Ikaw ang nang-block sa social media o ikaw ang binablock?
Ako ang binablock.
Bakit?
Ewan sa nila.
Ay, grabe. So sad. Kung last 2 minutes na lang ng buhay mo, Sasayaw ka ba o kakanta?
Sasayaw ako, syempre. Kakanta, syempre.
Sasayaw na lang po.
Ay, pasample naman ng sayaw. Patingin.
Sayaw ba?
Kakanta. Pwede pa sample?
Okay. Bubble gang, bubble gang, bubble gang, bubble gang.
Di mo alam dahil sa'yo ang tao sa mundo.
Eh kung may reincarnate ka, anong gusto mo maging? Bola o net?
Bola.
Bakit bola?
Gusto kasi yan ng bawat team pinag-aagaw-agawan.
Ay, may hugot. Magaling, magaling.
Net na lang.
Bakit net?
Kasi doon papasok yung bola.
Kung ikaw ang mapiling best player of the year, anong trophy ang gusto mong makuha? Trophy wife o trophy low? Trophy wife. Sino gusto mo trophy wife?
Siguro yung yung katabi ko ngayon.
Ay! Coach, mga makukulit na sagot sa mga tanong na may hugot. At pag di ka sigurado, ask mo. Ako si Christiana Di Maunahan ng NCAA Season 97. Stronger together, buo ang puso.
San Sebastian. Oh! Fajarito, Rayson, La Paz, Abando!
The NCAA is not just the original collegiate sports league of the country. It is also known as the breeding ground for the future superstars of Philippine basketball. And here in season 97, a diamond in the rough is starting to shine.
That basket coming from Enoch Valdez, opening the scoring. The pressure is on Valdez.
Enoch Valdez only averaged 3.6 points per game for the LPU Pirates in season 95. But on opening day against Beda,
Valdez. That's great hustle coming from Enoch Valdez. Count it plus the foul.
Valdez let it be known that a whole lot has changed since we last saw
The
him.
off short stop, wala. Valdez with a putback. And here's the running game of LPU and then to Valdez. Nagahanap ng puntos. Valdez to the basket.
Career high 22 points ang pinakawalan ni Valdez. At dahil doon, siya na ang ginawang go-to guy ni Coach Gilbert Malabanan.
Valdez on the touchdown. That was a fast play on the move for LPU.
Valdez, grabe yung hakbang.
Masipag, agresibo at mataas tumalon.
Big Valdez.
Yan ang mga katangian na taglay ni Valdez.
Enoch Valdez! Up, and away! Para kay
At
Valdez.
matapos niya maging unang player na nakapag-dunk ngayong season,
Anchors away.
sinigurado ni Valdez na makakasungkit na rin ng panalo ang LPU.
Quick passing from LPU, 2-on-1. Valdez all the way! Basic.
Kontra sa JRU nung nakaraang Martes, si Valdez ay bumuhos ng 21 points, 12 rebounds at 5 steals.
Madali para kunin ang kanilang unang panalo. The LPU Pirates are now in the win column after beating JRU 82-75.
At dahil doon, sa wakas, nakatikim na rin ng tagumpay ang mga pirata.
Unang sundutan ni Valdez si Desoyo. Here is Valdez jamming that one home.
After the first 3 weeks of men's basketball, Enoch Valdez has emerged as one of the league's top scorers, averaging 15.4 points per game. He's also averaging 8.4 rebounds per outing and 2.8 steals per contest.
Valdez will force this one up.
Ladies and gentlemen, LPU has found a fearsome new pirate, and he is also our NCAA Power Player of the Week.
Enoch Valdez!
Narito na ang top 10 plays nitong nakaraang linggo sa NCAA Season 97 Men's Basketball. At number 10, CJ Cadwa steals the ball, goes all. Sa number 9, JB Bahio ng Beda pinakita ang kanyang bagong spin move kontra sa JRU.
And a scoop for JB.
Dito naman sa number 8, Robbie Naive sumugod kontra sa depensa ni Justin Arana at nakascore gamit ang kanyang kaliwang kamay.
Switching hands, Coach Jerry.
Here at number 7 is James Kwekute, reminding us why he's one of the best shooting guards, if not the best, in the NCAA.
On cue, James Kwekute with a step back 3.
Sa number 6, it's CJ Kadwa again, bringing his bully time tweet to the actual game. Pati si Benji Paras nagulat sa galaw na yon ni CJ.
What a move by CJ Kadwa, bully time!
Para naman sa number 5, Stephen Steinel fumiesta sa ilalim kontra sa CSB. Enka ang depensa.
Steinel the quick spin, Steinel the reverse.
Ganda nun. Ganda ng move nun.
Dito naman sa number 4, Jordan Santa Ana, dinaanan ng traffic at nakarating sa kanyang destinasyon.
On the scoop.
At number 3, the unstoppable Renz Abando is back on the list with 2 of his career-high 24 points in the NCAA. Para naman sa ating number 2 play, Enoch Valdez of LPU rises up for the first dunk in NCAA Season 97. At para sa ating number 1 play, ang Yanis ng Baste, JM Calma, humingi ng clear out, binangga ang depensa, umikot, tumira, puntos para sa San Sebastian. Abangan ang iba pang mga awesome plays mula sa ating mga collegiate basketball superstars sa pagpapatuloy ng NCAA Season 97.
Iba-iba tayong mga Pilipino. Magkakaiba tayo ng pinanggalingan.
Matatagpuan tayo saan man sa mundo.
Magkakaiba tayo ng estado sa buhay.
Magkakaiba tayo ng salita.
At kulay sa politika.
Pero magkakatulad ang pangarap natin.
Para sa Pilipinas
At sa bawat Pilipino, disente at ligtas na buhay.
At magandang kinabukasan.
Nasa ating lahat ang responsibilidad.
Sa bawat kandidato.
Sa bawat botante.
At sa mga tagapagbalitang gagabay sa desisyon ng mamamayan.
Para makamit ang pangarap ng ating minamahal na bayan.
Kaya ngayong eleksyon, maging tapat, mapanuri at patas.
Sa isip, sa salita at sa gawa.
Lahat tayo
dapat totoo.
The GMA News and Public Affairs Election 2022 Advocacy.
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. My colleagues and I developed this idea of creating a podcast as a safe space for sharing insights with leaders and interesting people across diverse backgrounds. I've been a journalist for 33 years as a newspaper reporter, news anchor, online editor, and documentary maker. But podcasting is fresh territory for me. Check out the Howie Severino podcast, an original for GMA News and Public Affairs. New episodes will stream every Thursday. Listen for free on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, and other platforms. Empower yourselves and be safe.
Ikinararangal ko pong ihandog sa inyo ang GMA News and Public Affairs Advocacy para sa eleksyon 2022 para sa patas at matalinong desisyon sa mga susunod nating iluluklok sa pwesto. Ako po ang inyong kapuso, Mike Enriquez. Ngayong eleksyon 2022, ang buong sambayanang Pilipino dapat totoo.
Noong eleksyon 2019, ang ating panawagan at panata, pusuan ang totoo. Kaya lumibot tayo sa iba't ibang panig ng bansa para ipakilala at isulong ang mga katangian ng kandidatong totoo.
Pusuan ang totoo! Ngayong eleksyon 2022, sa harap ng hamon na ibangon ang ating bayan, lahat tayo, ang mga kandidato, ang mga botante, at ang pagbabalitang gagabay sa bayan, dapat totoo.
Ang mga tatakbo, dapat totoo.
Totoong may paninindigan para sa tama. Dapat matapat, hindi magnanakaw o tiwali.
Totoong may plataforma at konkretong solusyon sa mga isyong dapat tugunan.
Magpapakatotoo sa kanilang mandato at totoo ang hangad na makapaglingkod.
Hindi personal na kapakanan ang itataguyod.
At dahil nasa atin ang responsibilidad,
Na iboto ang karapat-dapat na kandidato.
Ang paninindigan ng mga botanteng Pilipino.
dapat totoo. Magsaliksik tungkol sa kandidatong susuportahan. Alamin ang kanilang track record.
At huwag basta maniwala.
Sa sabi ng iba o ng mga tumatakbo.
Himayin ang kanilang mga...
It is game day, and today we are serving you an Easter Sunday special as we proceed to a beautiful venue. This is the St. Benio Gym located in LaSalle Green Hills campus at the center of Metro Manila in Mandaluyong City. This is a quick tour of our venue right here, the facade, the beautiful campus of LSGH. We've got an intense set of games here in the first collegiate league in the Philippines. This is your NCAA Season 97, Stronger Together, Buo ang Puso, and on a Sunday doubleheader, we've got two games that could potentially rock our team standings at this stage of the season. First one, the still undefeated San Beda Red Lions will put their unblemished records on the line against the surging Arellano Chiefs, and afterwards the defending champions will be in actions. Letra Knights, also undefeated, will face the LPU Pirates. Mga kapuso, maraming salamat sa inyong pagtutok ngayon. Siyempre po, live na live sa GTV. We also have it online, YouTube, Facebook, GMA Sports PH, NCAA Philippines, GMAnetwork.com, and also on GMA Pinoy TV. This is Martin Javier saying Happy Easter to everybody watching us right now, and I'm happy to be at your service on an Easter Sunday. And of course, today I'm working alongside Mr. Shoot First / Mr. Right First, Mikey Reyes here in the broadcast, and also completing the team, completing the cast here are our two courtside reporters. First up, reporting for the first time for San Beda, Ann Gabriel is on deck. And on the other side, for the Arellano Chiefs, nandyan po si Avia Zunich. Girls, we'll get to you in just a little bit. Pero unahin ko na dito si Mikey. We've got an intense matchup here. Pang-Easter natin sa mga kapuso natin, Mikey. San Beda versus Arellano, magkaiba ng pinanggagalingan.
Oo, para sa lahat ng mga nanananghalian ngayon, this is gonna be an exciting matchup because we all know, sobrang kumpiyansado itong San Beda. 4-0 ba naman? So sino ba naman ang magda-doubt sa kakayanin nila? But they will go up against a team na oozing din with confidence because they just got off a big win against one of the top teams in the league, yung Mapua Cardinals. Looking at our team standings, this game for Arellano will be very, very crucial as a win will keep them in step with the EAC Generals and continue yung yung search nila for that play-in spot because again mga kaibigan, 6 teams po ang papasok sa next round natin, ang play-in round natin, and those 3 to 6 teams, yun ang mga may chance pumasok sa Final Four. For the San Beda Red Lions, alam naman natin, they want to keep in step with the Letran Knights, and Letran will play later. So San Beda will make sure to put on the pressure on Letran if they win this game.
For sure, that's a situation right here. Pero saktong-sakto dun yung Arellano sa number 6 spot. Oh, really holding on papunta po sa ating play-in tournament. Pero pag-uusapan muna natin ang San Beda Red Lions 4-0 right now. But their games, they haven't been easy, especially the last one against San Sebastian. They needed, everything from all of the players that stepped on the court, and they won, squeaking by San Sebastian courtesy of that game-winning basket na ni JB Bahio, 61-60 over the Stags.
Oh, with the dominance of San Beda in the past few seasons, it's crazy to say that they stole this one from the Stags off of a JP Bahio put back towards the end off of a Penuela layup miss. Pero kita natin dito, they were out-rebounded by the Stags yung second chance points as well. Dominante ang Stags dyan, 17-10. Pero ironically, isang offensive rebound at isang second chance bucket ang nagbigay panalo sa San Beda. Yung turnover story din, pero yung turnover story actually, pinorse nila yung San Sebastian Stags to more turnovers, but the funny thing is, hindi sila nakaka-convert sa kabila. Yes, they force a turnover, but you have to convert on the other end because if your points off turnovers is 7, baliwala yung 20 turnovers na finorce mo sa kabila. So these are the things na kailangan ayusin ng San Beda. But the scary part is, they're still 4-0.
Exactly.
So it's weird that they have facets in their game na kailangan nilang improve, but they're still undefeated here in this season.
That's an excellent point, Mikey. Despite getting dominated in the stats, nanalo pa rin sila doon, 61-60. And we were talking about, that's an excellent point by Mikey, display the strongest facet nitong San Sebastian, which was rebounding, killed them in the end game. At ito nga po, yung nagpapanalo sa San Beda, it was Penuela who penetrated, put up the prayer, but right there, all alone for the putback, and the game-winning basket was JB Bahio of the Red Lions.
Bahio hindi na box out ng San Sebastian. That's why it's ironic how they were out-rebounded. Yung second chance points, talo sila. Pero kita nyo naman, that was the only basket na talaga nakuha nila yung panalong iyon. And it shows the heart of a champion and the mentality of a champion. Pero may this be their kryptonite, brother.
That's right, Mikey. We saw the dominance of San Sebastian on the glass, and that's not an isolated situation this year for San Beda kasi previous games nila ganun din nangyari. Nahihirapan sila sa mga frontline ng mga teams sila. May it be because, you know, this is their first year in a while that they don't have like a dominant foreign student athlete center that really can dictate the game and can dominate the painted area. Pero ito so far, ito ang masama sa San Beda today. Might be the biggest flaw because they're facing arguably the best center in the NCAA right now in Justin Arana.
Oh, that's the biggest challenge or the biggest difference, yung adjustment na kailangan gawin ng San Beda. Kasi hindi lang natin pinag-uusapan yung last season na meron silang Donald Tangwa.
Right.
Alam pa isang dekada na meron silang Sam Ekwe, meron silang Sudan, meron silang Ola Adiogun, and then Donald Tangwa last year. And it showed dun sa stats that frontline scorers have had field days against itong San Beda frontline. So they will have to adjust to this life without a foreign student athlete, and we will see how they will, you know, put in a collective effort para ma-stop itong si Justin Arana. That's why those stats right now, they are most relevant today as they will go up, like what you said, the best homegrown center in college.
Well explained by Mikey Reyes right there. San Beda Red Lions will face the Arellano Chiefs na pag-uusapan natin maya-maya lamang sa pagbalik ng NCAA Season 97.
They break the news and give all the updates. They even get inside the mind of the coaches, players, and even the fans. They make the games even more exciting. Meet the eyes and ears of your favorite teams huddled. They are the courtside reporters of your NCAA Season 97. Catch all the action live Tuesdays to Wednesdays and Fridays to Sundays, 12 noon, with recap episodes at these times on
7 pre-game coverage. Live na live po ngayon sa GTV. You guys have Martin Ovier alongside Mr. Shoot First Mikey Reyes here in the broadcast. Kakatapos lang po natin pag-usapan ang San Beda Red Lions. Ngayon naman tutungo tayo sa kanilang makakalaban today, and that is the Arellano University Chiefs. Kakapanalo lang nito in their previous one, surprising everybody. Okay, against the surging Mapua Cardinals. And so far, Mikey, we are seeing two different Arellano teams. Pag natatalo sila at saka pag nananalo.
Ang susi talaga para sa Arellano, looking at their 2 wins compared to their 3 losses, is yung depensa nila. In 2 wins, they contained their opponents to 23 points less dun sa mga talo nila. Also, yung points in the paint allowed 17-point differential between wins and losses. 14 rebounds ang pinagkaiba ng panalo at talo nila, and also yung assist department. Ginagawa nila yung kakayanan nila to contain their opponents to less dun sa major statistical categories na ito. And it's pretty obvious that when the Arellano decides to play defense, or when they do play great defense, they come out with wins. So sigurado Coach Cholo Martin, yun ang final reminders sa mga players. Dumepensa tayo, lalo na kalaban natin ngayon, wala pang talo itong San Beda.
Of course, yan nga yung stats. They need to, they need the better Arellano team to emerge today. At yung mga stats na yun, nabanggit natin, that was as a team. Pero makikita rin natin na dun sa mga panalo ng Arellano, todo ang suporta at production ni Jordan Santa Ana. So panigurado, kinakailangan siya dito against San Beda.
Well, obviously, when you bring up Arellano, you will always talk about Justin Arana first. Pero si Justin Arana, manalo-matalo, makukuha niya yung numbers niya. Yeah. But this guy right here has proven na siya yung X-factor nitong Arellano Chiefs. And 3 of their losses, wala pang 5 points per game, struggling from the field 23%, and also an assist lang ang nabibigay niya. But in those 2 wins, 14.5 points per game, 55% from the field. At kita mo naman, pass first itong si Jordan Santa Ana pag sila ay nananalo. So obviously, pag nakita din to ni Coach Cholo Martin and the rest of the Arellano Chiefs, they want Jordan Santa Ana to get his rhythm going as early as possible kasi malaking factor talaga siya doon sa mga panalo nila.
Was in double figures, right behind Justin Arana in that win against the Mapua Cardinals. So that's a good indicator of what Jordan Santa Ana can bring to the table for this Arellano Chiefs team. Mas malaki nga yung chance nilang manalo dito sa ating season. Alright, susunod na po, kikilalanin natin ang magsisimula mula sa magkabilang panig. It is going to be the San Beda Red Lions, still undefeated, facing the Arellano University Chiefs. Lahat pong yan. At jump on syempre sa pagbabalik natin dito sa NCAA Season 97 on GTV.
Mabilis magbago ang mundo at ang daming naiisip ng tao. Hatid ng Next Now ang latest sa science and technology, maging updated sa groundbreaking inventions.
Hello there.
At mga makabagong solusyon sa pang-araw-araw nating pamumuhay.
Actually creates a huge impact.
Tunghayan ang episodes online dahil sa GMA News and Public Affairs Digital. We show you what's next now.
Looking for news and latest information?
Yung pala almost more than a minute na pala ako hindi humihinga.
Watch GMA News and Public Affairs. Stand for truth.
The digital newscast where you can find the biggest stories of the week.
Binabaril kami talaga pag nasalaot kami. So kami, ano ang laban namin doon?
Dalawang ranger po namin ay pinagpuputokan po ng baril.
In-depth documentaries on issues, special reports,
and analysis on local and global affairs.
Mukhang hindi naman seryoso si Presidente na terminate yung MBFA.
Wala pa. This is the NCAA Season 97 Stronger Together Buo ang Puso, live on GTV locally and GMA Pinoy TV and GMA News TV International abroad. Let's meet the starters for the San Beda Red Lions. At guard, number 7, Ralph.
Back to the broadcast here, and you guys are seeing the starting unit here for the San Beda Red Lions. Peter Alfaro getting the start today alongside the usual starters in Kwekutey Kuntapay and JP Bacio, the hero of their previous game against San Sebastian. Pero itong San Beda, matagal umupo ito, 1.5 weeks. Dahil nga yung game nila dapat last Tuesday against Letran, naurong po to the final day of our elimination round. Let's take a look at starting unit now. Much firepower for the Arellano Chiefs here, featuring Maui Cruz, Jordan Santa Ana at the backcourt.
Oo, yan yung adjustment ni Coach Cholo Martin, starting with Maui Cruz and Kaylen Toromal. Dalawang backcourt.
Mga opisyalis natin dito, Angeles Serapia Jr. and Samsani doing the officiating today. NCAA Season 97. And we're back on an Easter Sunday broadcast. Happy Easter, everybody. Hope you guys are enjoying your Sunday. It is about to get better, though, with the college basketball action on hand today. As we begin this game, San Beda kontra dito sa Arellano Chiefs. Again, San Beda 4-0, Arellano at 2-3. This will be an interesting story because we saw a much different Arellano team, especially at the start against Mapua. And they're doing things like this, you know, running on the break, but that time, better defense from Alfaro.
A great transition defense there for San Beda. Ito, atake na naman sila. Transition offense naman. But kung Tapay is there, can he finish this play?
Here's James Kwekute. He's been hitting a lot of those.
But I would take those if I were Arellano. I'd rather have James shoot from the outside as Doromal scores our first basket here today. I would rather have James Kwekute score or tumira na lang siya sa labas kaysa yung atake siya ng atake sa loob.
That's right. But Doromal, again, part of this explosive backcourt. Doromal, Santa Ana, tsaka Cruz. Yung naka-field ngayon para dito sa Arellano. Great defense from the Chiefs. Here's Doromal, nagmamadali. Red Lions recovering in transition. So Arellano forced to slow it down. Here's Arana. He will attack and he will get doubled. Good help coming from Kwekute. Third steals guy. Leading steals guy of the league. Interrupting that Arana offense that time, Mikey.
Showing us the defensive instincts there para kay James Canlas Kwekute. Waiting for Justin Arana to put the ball on the floor. Quickly, nag-double, tumapik. At ang bola, babalik sa mga Leon.
Coach Cholo on your screens right now. Again, Arellano had a head start against Mapua. They're looking to duplicate that here. Penuela using the screen. They go to Contapay. They'll give him that shot. And Contapay missing on the triple try.
3 shots from the outside already in 4 possessions para sa San Beda. And I have to commend the defense of Arellano for allowing San Beda to shoot those outside shots kaysa nga yung sa ilalim sila didiskartehan.
It looks like that's the game plan here for Arellano early on. Ito agaw ng San Beda dito. As we go to San Beda side, nandyan si Ann Gabriel. Ann?
Martin and Mikey with a 4-0 standing. It's as if everything's going well para dito sa San Beda University when in fact kakagaling lang nila sa kanilang close game against San Sebastian Stags kung saan nanalo naman sila pero nagsilbi daw itong lesson para sa kanila to not take things lightly. Hindi pwedeng makampuante, hindi pwedeng mag-relax. Kaya naman coming into this game, their mindset is really to have that killer instinct. They need to treat this game as if it were their last game. Kaya naman pinaalalahanan din ni Coach Boyet Fernandez ang kanyang mga players na higpitan pa ang kanilang depensa. Be more aggressive and of course, stick to their game plan. Kaya naman abangan natin kung gaano ba katindi ang killer instinct na ipapakita ng ating mga bedista dito sa kanilang laban against Arellano University. Back to you, gentlemen.
Maraming salamat, Ann. Well, yun nga yung natutunan nila against San Sebastian. Earlier, it was Baguio and Arana. But I feel like they really felt the physicality of San Sebastian in their previous game as we see Penuela score on the mid-range J.
And yun nga yung biggest adjustment nila coming into the season na all-Filipino ka for the first time since 2006, I believe, 2005. So halos isang dekada na yun. At ngayon, makakalaban mo naman si Justin Arana who, like we always say, best center in college basketball. It'll be a challenge. It'll need a collective effort for San Beda to stop someone like Justin.
And you're talking about Justin Arana. Now let's go to Arellano's side. Nandyan si Evia Zunic. Go ahead.
After their win against Mapua, the Arellano Chiefs are entering the game with a positive mindset to continue what they have started. And that is by being consistent and trusting each other on the court. For the past games, Martin and Mikey talagang naging matunog ang pangalan ni Jordan Santa Ana, ang proud Rizaleño na nagsimula lang sa pagsali sa maliliit na liga. Ang kanyang pinangahawakan ngayon sa laban kontra San Beda Red Lions na 4-0 ang standing ay bilog ang bola. Basta sundin ang reminders ng coaches na maging masipag sa depensa at ibigay ang lahat ng makakaya nila, hindi malayong makamit ang panalo. Back to you, Martin and Mikey.
Avia, thank you so much. Now we need the consistency here from Jordan Santa Ana. We need him to be the leader that he can be against this San Beda team. And Arellano oozing with confidence to start off this game. Santa Ana, Cruz, natapikan sa likod. Alfaro, they have the numbers talking about the Red Lions. Good interruption there coming from Arana. And bodies on the floor here as Arana will be helped up by Sablan. Good defense in transition coming from the Chiefs to prevent that easy basket.
For both teams, actually, sa kabila naman, yung San Beda naman, stood their ground on that fast break attempt. Ito si Doromal, tingnan natin yung two-man game nila ni Justin.
Doromal choosing to drive. They go to the corner. Doromal sending it out to Maui Cruz. Sablan from the corner. That's the left side. Wala pa rin para sa Chiefs.
that's what you want if you're San Beda. Kumbaga, patayin ka na lang sa labas ng Arellano kaysa bugbugin ka sa ilalim. Because like what you said against San Sebastian, dun sila nahirapan sa ilalim.
Only one basket so far for Justin Arana. And that's the only time na napuntahan siya ngayon ng Arellano sa poste. Baguio. Oh, good defense by Sablan. Isa pa, magandang second layer mula kay Arana. Baguio really bothered by the bigs of the Chiefs.
Great defense there para kay Sablan on Baguio. Meron tayong timeout dito, Martin. 7-4 pa ang talaan natin. Pero napa-timeout na si Coach Boyet.
Life hasn't been easy lately, so we're here to make your day, featuring amazing, funny, and heartwarming stories to bring you something bright and sweet and get you dancing through tough times. Simple joys that remind us of the many reasons we can still smile. Cleanse your timeline with Make Your Day. Join us on YouTube and Facebook and share your stories too. Let's spread more awesome, wholesome content out there. Make your day!
Iba-iba tayong mga Pilipino. Magkakaiba tayo ng pinanggalingan.
Matatagpuan tayo saan man sa mundo.
Magkakaiba tayo ng estado sa buhay.
Magkakaiba tayo ng salita.
At kulay sa politika.
Pero magkakatulad ang pangarap natin.
Para sa Pilipinas.
At sa bawat Pilipino, disente at ligtas na buhay.
At magandang kinabukasan.
Nasa ating lahat ang responsibilidad.
Sa bawat kandidato.
Sa bawat botante.
At sa mga tagapagbalitang gagabay sa desisyon ng mamamayan.
Matchup here in the first quarter. Abante nga ang Arellano ng 3 puntos. And again, the success of the Chiefs hangs on the shoulders of this guy, Justin Arana. Major improvement mula dun sa kanyang Roy tsaka DPOY year in season 95.
Well, you look at his stats last year, 13.4, 7.8, 2.8. Napakaganda na ng stats niya for a rookie center in the league. And he won Roy and Defensive Player of the Year. Pero this year, he really took advantage of the fact na wala siyang makakalabang foreign athletes. 15 and 13 along with 3 blocks. Could he win MVP? Tignan natin yan. Pero yun ang ano niya, yun ang target niya when I talk to him, and you know, we'll see if he can he can get that MVP award.
But for sure, with those numbers, he's one of the front runners. Here's the spin move. Speaking of Justin Arana, isa pa para sa kanya. Will get fouled in the process and will head to the line for 2. You know, yung mga ganon. The spin move, the footwork, the fadeaway, one-legged fadeaway jumpers.
Ginagawa na niya lahat dati, kaya lang dati biglang sasalubong si Mike Zuzu, di ba? Si Mike Harry, si Prince Eze, medyo mahirapan talaga. Kaya ngayon talagang ano siya. He has really honed his skills as a big man, and I'm sure knowing na wala ngang foreign student athlete na makakalaban, advantage agad siya.
Nakita ko sa Facebook ang tawag sa kanya, Camarines Norte, yung hometown niya. Ang tawag sa kanya, parang Yanis, di ba? Greek freak. Siya, the Bicolano freak. Ito si Justin Arana.
He misses the free throw pero nakakuha pa rin nila yung bola.
And a second try here for the Chiefs. Santa Ana. Sablan. Nilabas. Jordan will penetrate. Not recognizing that the shot clock was winding down, so that's a turnover for the Blue Shirts.
A little too unselfish there was Arellano, and San Beda will get that ball back. Great defense for them. And you know what, Martin, nung inaaral ko yung San Beda over the weekend, over the holiday break, napansin ko that there are no stats around the league na sila yung leading.
Right.
And that is what's scary with San Beda. Kasi hindi mo alam kung bakit sila 4-0. To be honest with you, when you look at the stats. So talagang ano lang sila. They keep playing. They've had a lot of grind out wins.
Right.
At ngayon, tignan natin kung may isahan sila ng Arellano.
With so many young guys, also so much untouched potential for San Beda. Things that they can still do here in season 97. Sablan from straightaway. That's too strong. Nalalamig na nga yung parehong panig natin. And this stretch of the first quarter, Panggaan, Penuela, Arana, tatawagan ng foul si Justin.
And ang problem doon is second foul already for Justin Arana. 2 useless fouls for him to start this game. 4 minutes pa tayo dito sa ating first quarter. And I bring that up with San Beda kasi Martin, when you look at Letran na 4-0 din, number 1 sila sa points allowed, assists, rebounds. So medyo alam mo na nag-dominate talaga sila.
May indicators.
Oo, yung San Beda talagang 4-0 and they can still be better.
Right. Again, you know, they've just found ways to win in Season 97. Plays like that help them kuntapay inside.
And you know that they recognize na 2 fouls na si Justin Arana. Bigay nyo kay Kuntapay and we'll see what can happen. And 2 points doon para kay Kuntapay. Great play for Coach Boyet.
And look for San Beda to duplicate that in the next play. Dahil nga 2 fouls na itong si Justin. Cruz puts it on the floor is Arana. Santa Ana, oh, sent back by Baguio. And this is going to be San Beda basketball as we proceed to the last 3 minutes and 25 of the first.
Great defense again for San Beda there. Rejecting Jordan Santa Ana. Chance dun para magkaroon ng easy basket dun si Jordan.
And this is Ralph Penuela bringing it down for the San Beda Red Lions. Abuda pumasok kani-kanina lamang. Replacing Peter Alfaro. Baguio bumomba sa ilalim. That familiar spin will not work. He snatched the rebound pero nabitawan niya rin. Tromal in a hurry. Falls down. Cruz setting up Sablan. Sablan is able to score.
Fine there for Maui. Cruz and Sablan already with 5 points here in this game.
5 of the 9 nanggaling kay Jello. Here's Baguio. And also, he's also playing good defense against JB here. And that's a foul on the floor against Sablan.
Sayang yung mga foul dito ng Arellano. Some of these fouls they can, you know, they can avoid para medyo hindi maka-discarte dito ang San Beda.
Got a timeout here. Tatlo ang abante ng Chiefs.
Are COVID-19 vaccines safe? What is climate change? Because information is crucial, we're giving you all the facts that you need.
Anong mga lugar sa Pilipinas ang COVID-free?
Introducing Need to Know, a weekly explainer series from GMA News and Public Affairs.
Here's what you need to know.
Here's what you need to know.
Here's what you need to know. Watch Need to Know, available on GMA News Facebook page and our YouTube channel.
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. My colleagues and I developed this idea of creating a podcast as a safe space for sharing insights with leaders and interesting people across diverse backgrounds. I've been a journalist for 33 years as a newspaper reporter, news anchor, online editor, and documentary maker. But podcasting is fresh territory for me. Check out the Howie Severino podcast, an original for GMA News and Public Affairs. New episodes will stream every Thursday. Listen for free on Spotify.
To the broadcast, and so far it has been a low-scoring affair, 9-6 in favor of the Arellano Chiefs. Some numbers that, you know, the San Beda side greatly misses, or greatly missed rather, Mikey.
Lost pride to mga to. MVP, best foreign player, mythical 5-member, and Clint Oliges, who was a solid starter also for them. And these numbers right here, medyo mahirap. Kumbaga, how can you fill these shoes na iniwan nitong apat na ito? That's why it's been a collective effort for San Beda on both ends of the floor.
Ralph Penuela scoring on the basket after the timeout.
But you can't, kumbaga, hindi ka rin pwedeng mag-dwell dun sa nawala kasi 4-0 pa din sila. Sometimes talaga hindi mo alam paano nagagawa ni Coach Boyet. That's just great coaching for Coach Boyet. Para mawala lahat yon and you're still 4-0 to start the season.
Again, that year, as Jordan Santa Ana goes for the scoop off the glass, that year, 4 out of the 5 mythical 5 members nanggaling sa San Beda, and the final piece of that 4 players, itong si James Kwekute, is able to score there.
James Kwekute, natira na nga dun sa Big 4 nila. And James has been the guy who has delivered, especially in crunch time for them. If we remember yung last game nila against San Sebastian, yes, si Baguio yung nag-game-winning putback. Pero ang laki ng 3 points ni James Kwekute sa corner.
Ito muna yung galaw kanina ni Jordan Santa Ana. Needs to do more of those against San Beda today, but quickly answered. Just waiting on the other end. First guy back is James Kwekute. Easy lay-in for this guy.
James Kwekute last year, was one of the best finishers on the break. Especially if you have a running five in Evanelli, Calvin Oftana, Donald Tanco, a running big man din yun. James was maybe the best finisher on the break last season, and that's what they need to do rin para ma-maximize nila si James.
Receiver of many passes nung kanyang Bandana brother.
Oo, totoo, Bandana brothers.
Si Evanelli. But on that side, scorer dati ng EAC, si Maui Cruz, pumuntos para sa Arellano. 13-10. JV Gallego, by the way, coming off the bench. Catch and shoot para kay Tony Enoch.
Gotta give a point to JV Gallego there, attracting multiple defenders and finding Tony Enoch from the outside for his first triple of this game.
Natabla tayo dito, 13 apiece. In our third deadlock of our game, first quarter pa lang tayo. Git-gitan sa magkabilang panig. Doromal, flyby. Moving closer and nails the jumper.
Oh, that's a steady basket there for Kalen Doromal, who is actually the second leading scorer of Arellano this season.
Approaching 10 points per game itong si Doromal. Arana puts it on the floor, bothered by the D. Ooh! Offensive foul. So this is gonna be number 3 for Justin Arana.
You know what? Alam ni Coach Boyet. I know that Coach Boyet did his homework. Nakita niya na yung ilalim magiging problema nila. This game, ang dami ng shots sa ilalim ni Justin Arana, Santa Ana, and all the other Arellano Chiefs na na-disrupt ng San Beda Red Lions. At masakit to, 3 fouls. First quarter pa lang.
And we go back to the graphic that we flashed you during the pregame. Kung nagdo-dominate ang big man, nakita natin potentially baka mag-dominate dito si Justin. Coach Boyet taking him out of the equation as Cometa right off the bench knocks in a jumper. And we are once again tied at 15 all.
Ganda ng opensa din ng San Beda dito. Kanino pupunta ang Arellano?
Enoch with great defense. That's his calling card. Here's the kick out. Oliva driving. Oliva taking the contact. Wala yung tira niya. Ito si Cometa nagmamadali. Cometa on the sideline will be pushed out by Doromal. So Doromal is whistled for the foul.
Completely different team itong Arellano without Justin Arana manning the middle. It doesn't matter kung kahit hindi mo bigyan kasi si Justin, just having them there, just having him there, he's already a threat na kailangan maging aware yung San Beda, which opens up a lot more opportunities for the Chiefs. And now that Justin Arana will have to sit on the bench for maybe halfway through the second bago ibalik ni Coach. Medyo mabigat na nga yung 3 fouls. Actually, pwedeng third quarter.
Susugal mo pa yun eh.
Yung 3 fouls, pang ano na yun eh. Second half na yan, wag ganun eh. Because usually get your third foul if you're in foul trouble in the second quarter.
Usually noon, pag nakuha mo na yun, third quarter ka na pinapasok.
Ibabalik. So, tingnan natin. At saka yung dalawang unang foul niya. Kumbaga, hindi naman ganun ka. Backcourt nangyari yung unang dalawang foul niya. As San Beda is on a 7-2 run here. Napunta pa, bumalik pa ang bola sa kanila.
Miscommunication for the Arellano Chiefs. And that gives San Beda 3.7 seconds to go for one last shot here in the first quarter. It is Amsali triggering this one in. Eyo to JV Gallego, the shooter, the fake, the shot. Tanker will not go, but nonetheless, a better end to the quarter for the San Beda Red Lions. A 7-2 run to take the lead, 17-15, Mikes.
Ganda ng panapos dun ng San Beda. 7-2 as we see these highlights. Si Penuela, ang ganda rin ng umpisa with this pull-up jumper going to his right. And Coach Boyd very happy with that finishing kick ng San Beda. I'm sure yung kasiyahan niya, masaya siya kasi 3 fouls na si Justin Arana.
So let's see kung anong mangyayari po sa ating second quarter. But San Beda will carry the 2-point advantage going into the second frame. Balik po natin, magpapatuloy ang ating aksyon sa NCAA Season 97.
Ibahagi ang talino, siguradong gwapong-gwapo. Walang pikon dito, katuwaan lang at kwento. At kung hindi ka sigurado, ask mo.
sunod, anong paborito mong buhatin pag nasa gym ka?
Dumbbell.
Sa mga teammates mo, sinong pabigat?
Si Sean Umali.
Gusto ko yung pag-name drop. Very good. Sean! Kim, natawagan ka na ba ng traveling?
Maraming beses.
Saan ang favorite travel destination mo?
Sa Japan. Kasi andun yung side ng papa ko.
Kung coach ka sa team nyo, sino sa first five ang ibabangko mo?
Si Barba.
Bakit si Barba?
Masyado kaming kinukulit lahat eh. Kahit tulog kami, gigisingin kami na eh.
Nilaglag ka ni Renzo, sabi nangungulit ka daw.
Coverage. Entering the second quarter of this game. First game on Easter Sunday in your NCAA season 97, San Beda versus Arellano. Afterwards, we'll have the defending champs in action, the Tran Knights facing the UPU Pirates. Pero dito muna tayo sa ating unang laban. 17-15 lead for San Beda. Again, ending the quarter better than Arellano. You guys are joined by Martin Javier alongside Mikey Reyes here in the broadcast, and you see the turnovers. The number here, 6 turnovers for the Chiefs that ultimately negated their better start. Sablan misses on the turnaround shot. Gallego. Cometa, who knocked in his first jumper earlier. Nung kakapasok lang niya. Oh, Cometa! While falling down, another jumper for him.
A solid in-between game being shown here by Cometa. Hindi man siya pupukol galing sa labas. He doesn't need to go all the way. He can stop on a dime and hit a jumper for 2 points.
19-15 now. So far, biggest lead held by the Red Lions. Santa Ana, nahihirapan talaga. Triple teamed by San Beda. And the Red Lions will force the travel.
Parang na-scout talaga ni Coach Boyet yung sinasabi natin kanina. Yung interior defense nila is on a different level here today compared to their first 4 games.
Ito si Ryan Amsali. Visser misses the shot. And a foul here. Ball will go the other way as Amsali was called for the foul. And this is one guy that they're waiting to break out. He's got, probably one game na talagang solid yung performance niya. But Ryan Amsali, tinatansya pa niya yung kanyang laro dito sa college leagues.
College, na one of those guys na talagang pinag-uusapan nung player siya ng San Beda Red Cubs. A lot of teams were after him, but he ultimately decided to stay here.
Kapalitan ni Justin Arana, si Abastillas.
Yan ang importante din if you're the one, as Tony Inod hits another 3-pointer from the same spot. But if kung ikaw yung backup ni Justin Arana, stepping pala yun, so 2 points lang for Tony Inod. Kung ikaw yung backup ni Justin Arana, ma-maintain mo lang na wala si Justin doon, give him breather, or makapag siya kasi 3 fouls siya ngayon. Malaking bagay na
Bonus na yan para sa team nyo. Ito siya ngayon. Nga lang, traveling siya dito.
Nabati natin.
Nabati mo, Mike. Excite. Ngayon naman, puntahan natin ang San Beda kasama si Ann Gabriel. Ann?
Yes, Martin, alam nyo kahit nga Holy Week ngayon, marami sa atin nagbakasyon, nagpahinga, pero hindi ganon nangyari dito sa San Beda Red Lions. In fact, tuloy-tuloy pa rin na kanilang practice and training kahit nga itong si Franz Abuda na nagka-injury sa kanilang huling laban versus Baste. Right after getting 16 stitches, he went back to training, he went back to bubble. Holy Thursday, bumalik sa training and sa practice. At syempre, sinabi pa nga ni James Cuecote, they will not stop from their grind, they will not rest from their grind. It's only after achieving their goals, saka na lang daw sila magpapahinga. Kaya naman, we can see such dedicated and very hardworking Red Lions dito sa Season 97. Diba, Martin and Mikey?
Maraming salamat, Ann. Yes. They have a lot of young guys here, very eager to learn and get their confidence in this NCAA Season 97, just like this guy. 3 jumpers in for Gab Cometa. 8 points off the bench. Also an 8-point lead for the San Beda Red Lions, their biggest of the game so far.
Maraming ingay ngayon sa ating buhay. Kaya, slow down muna tayo.
Sino ka ba?
Kailangan ko ng time for myself.
Wala na ako ginawa sa buhay ko kundi magbanda.
Marami tayong gusto pero hindi naman lahat natin nakukuha.
Care to share?
Kasi syempre, if I have the answer, diba, di ang yaman ko na.
Healthy na kwentuhan?
Tell him na your goal now is to have a house in each
Yeah.
Komportableng usapan.
No dating muna?
Sagot ko na yan.
Ganda nun, okay.
Yes.
Dapat nag-mute ako dito.
Kaya share mo na dito sa Share Ko Lang.
Are COVID-19 vaccines safe? What is climate change? Because information is crucial, we're giving you all the facts that you need.
Anong mga lugar sa Pilipinas ang COVID-free?
Introducing Need to Know, a weekly explainer series from GMA News and Public Affairs.
A factor off the bench for San Beda, Gab Cometa, 8 points. And again, this guy came from UV, University of Visayas, bringing his act to Manila and now inflicting some damage against the Arellano Chiefs. Mikey, nagulat ka ba?
Oo, tsaka maganda yung ano niya, perimeter jumper niya. Very basic, 1-2 dribble pull up. Walang problema yan para kay Cometa. 8 points off the bench. As you look at Gallego enjoying, Coach Boyet, Viser, lahat sila. Nilalambing itong si Cometa dahil ang ganda na nilalaro so far.
8-2 start for San Beda here in the second frame. Also an 8-point lead for them, 25-17. Arellano looking for some answers. Life has been tough ever since the exit of Arana earlier with the 3 personal fouls, and this will add to their problems. A turnover right after the stoppage kanina, Mike's.
Ang ganda na naman ang depensa doon ng San Beda Red Lions, and the way they've played defense here today, if they can continue this, hindi nga malabo na malay natin, parang walang talo pag naglaban ng Letran at San Beda sa dulo.
That's gonna be the last day of the elimination round, April 29, as Enoch thinks about the shot. Cometa lets it fly. Pabanda, wala. Nakuha ulit ng Red Lions. And now we go to Arellano's side. Nandyan si Avia Zunic.
Martin and Mikey, bonus lang para kay Justin Arana ang pagiging top scorer niya from their last game. Hindi daw kasi ito ang kanyang #1 priority dahil ang nasa isip lang niya ay manalo ang team. Aminado rin siya na grabe ang pressure na nararamdaman niya kasi malaki ang expectations ng mga tao sa kanya. Pero hindi siya nagpapa-apekto dito dahil ang iniisip niya lagi ay kung ano ang pwede niyang gawin para matulungan ang team makaangat pa sa standings. Nakausap ko ang center ng Chiefs na si Justin at sabi niya, iba ang feeling ko ngayon kasi galing kami sa panalo. Pero di ako nagpapakampante na madali lang para sa amin ang manalo ulit dahil alam kong malakas ang San Beda. Pero alam ko din na gagawin namin ang best namin para matalo sila. Back to you, Martin and Mikey.
Maraming salamat, Avia. And again, yung presensya ni Justin Arana nararamdaman ng Arellano Chiefs. 29-17. San Beda continuing to run. And the biggest lead of the game so far, biggest difference natin dito at 12. Again, held by the Red Lions.
And that's the dilemma that Coach Cholo Martin has as Caballero sa ilalim, nakanakaw doon. Kasi hindi mo alam, ibabalik ko ba si Justin and, you know, risk yung 4th foul niya? Or am I gonna keep him on the bench and risk na matambakan tayo papasok ng halftime?
Correct. It's a 10-point lead now. Gallego. Insult to injury here, Mikey.
And they're just hot right now talking about San Beda, especially from the perimeter. Yung mga 3 points nila, talagang pumupukol sila ngayon. And with all the confidence in the world, up by 13 are the Lions.
A 15-4 barrage in the second frame. Yan po ang inyong napapanood mula sa San Beda Red Lions.
15-4 in the second pa lang. Oo nga, 7-2 yan ba? Nung natapos tayo ng first quarter, so that's 22-6.
That's quick math again, Mike. Ito yung mga plays ng San Beda. Again, Viser, a lot of people getting involved, including this guy. Their sniper from 3-point range, JP Gallego, nagparamdam na sa ating laban.
So a 22-6 run from way back in the end of the first quarter.
And again, if you remember, it was Arellano who had a faster start to this game. Oh, that's an offensive foul off the screen nitong si Stefan Steinel, nakakapasok lang.
Tsaka masasakit yung mga ibang turnovers dito. Unforced turnovers.
And I could hear the frustration here, and see the
rinig
frustration of Coach Cholo. Nakatabi lang natin. Here's Cometa. Thinking about it, penetrating. Cometa, no good. And the rebound here goes to Troy Valencia. Here's Art Oliva, third leading scorer of the Chiefs against Mapua. Maui Cruz, back to Art, 4-3. Could not stop the bleeding. Valencia, second try, up and in for Maui Cruz.
Great effort there, great hustle for the Chiefs, getting that second chance bucket to go. 4 points para kay Maui Cruz, still down by 11 ang Chiefs.
This is a scorer that they need to break out here as Gallego goes around the world on that wild attempt. Maui Cruz to the corner. All good passing here. Steinel! Wow, blowing by his defender. And then looking for that more open shot, Mikes.
Ganda naman transition offense doon ng Arellano. Inside, outside, and back inside for Steinel. Great patience also for Steinel, waiting for the perfect moment to shoot.
So some signs of life para sa Arellano. Sunog na pinatay ni Gab Cometa. 11 points now for this guy.
Sabi mo lang may signs of life eh. Kaya alam ito si Cometa, 11 points in the first half off the bench, people.
Again, this Cometa player of San Beda. It's no push over as Tony Enoch steals and scores on the other end.
That's another wasted opportunity for the blue shirts, and Tony Enoch just knowing what to do with the basketball. 7 points already today, also off the bench. So it's been the second group na talagang kumamada dito para sa San Beda.
So it was a brief run for Arellano. Mabilis kinounter ng San Beda as Valencia knocks in the jumper.
That's a tough shot there for Valencia.
So we got a timeout here. It's still a 12-point lead. The Red Lions rolling right now in the second quarter.
They break the news and give all the updates. They even get inside the mind of the coaches, players, and even the fans. They make the games even more exciting. Meet the eyes and ears of your favorite team's huddle. They are the courtside reporters of your NCAA Season 97. Catch all the action live Tuesdays to Wednesdays and Fridays to Sundays, 12 noon, with recap episodes at these times on GTV.
Looking for news and latest information?
Yung pala almost more than a minute na pala ako hindi humihingi.
Watch GMA News and Public Affairs. It's time for two.
The digital newscast where you
Former, sa mga nanalo sa Starstruck dito sa GMA, si Kim De Leon will be performing at halftime. Abangan nyo po yan maya-maya pagkatapos ng first 20 minutes natin. Dito sa first game, Arellano kontra San Beda, still inside our beautiful venue here in the St. Benito Gym in the South Green Hills. Oh, ito, Mikey.
Look at that. 11 points off the bench for Cometa. Ang buong Arellano bench, 8 pa lang ang naiaambag para sa team nila. So Cometa, tsaka pwede pa dagdag dito. Arellano bench 8, Tony Enoch 7. So ganun din.
Tama.
Diba?
Kumahabol na rin.
18 points between Cometa and Enoch. Look at these moves by Cometa. Just knowing what to do. You go under the screen, walang problema yan para kay Cometa hitting from deep.
Really feeling it today. Maganda ang gising ni Gab Cometa. Here's Alfaro. Cometa though, went to the bench earlier nung timeout natin. Pinalitan siya dito. This is Justin Sanchez, one of the key guys ng Red Cubs. Pumasok at syempre, nakatres na para sa Red Lions.
At masakit doon kasi offensive rebound yun. That was a initial stop para sa Arellano, and still San Beda finds 3 points off of that.
15-point lead. The biggest one. At dinadagdagan pa to ng San Beda. They force a miss on Steinel. Here's the pass. Sanchez unable to hit. And here's Cruz. Nagmamadali si Maui Cruz. Maui Cruz feeding Valencia inside. Count that one plus the foul.
Much needed basket there for the Arellano Chiefs. And apparently, Ang bench ng San Beda, mas marami nang napupuntos sa buong Arellano at this point. As we look at Valencia here with this 3-point opportunity. 30 bench points for San Beda, 27 for the whole of Arellano.
Hard-hitting number.
30 bench points.
Wow.
30 of the 40.
Grabe, no?
Oh, grabe.
Talaga, it's an avalanche of points off the bench for Coach Boya today. Sanchez, bothered, but finds a way to score.
32 and counting for the bench of San Beda. What a find there. What a basket for the Lions.
Here's Maui Cruz, sending it out. Doromal pulls the trigger. Masyadong malakas yung tres. Valencia pulls it down. Valencia, wala. Steinel, wala pa rin. And they go back to Doromal. Corner 3. This time it's good.
That's a big basket there for Kalen Doromal. Like what we said, the second leading scorer of Arellano this season. 7 points already for Kalen.
But San Beda is still in full control in our first half. As we approach the last minute of the second frame. Visejo, Kwekute puts this one on the floor and breaks free.
The Red Sea just parts there for James Kwekute, going all the way to the rim. Right in the nick of time, too. O, hindi ko alam, naniniwala ako dun sa mga shot clock ng Arellano dito.
Correct.
Ang gugulo
sa countdown nila.
Oo.
Maui, this is Oliva, rather. They go to Cruz. Face-to-face against Kwekute. Shoots over him.
Defense again for the Lions.
And about a 5-second differential between our game and shot clocks as Kwekute goes to the other side. Rebounded by Alfaro. Stolen away by the #1 steals guy of the league, Doromal. Here's Steinel, the fake, the turnaround shot.
Oh, you gotta love the patience of this kid. Relax na relax lang eh, no? Hindi nagmamadali, hinihintay makahanap ng magandang puwang.
No rush in Stefan Steiner. Last shot. Oh, Justin Sanchez knocks it down.
Oh, that hurts. 35 points off the bench for San Beda. They average 36 this season. 35 na sila ngayon sa ating first half, but we will have to check kung counted ba yun, but we look at the highlights. And I just want to say this, we got a page out of Letran's game, ah.
Right.
Kasi #1 in bench points ang Letran, eh. Tapos ngayon, mukhang ganun ang gustong gawin ng San Beda. So it does count.
It does. Justin Sanchez, limited minutes in the second quarter. Kakapasok lang ito kanina.
Kakapasok lang.
Oo. Pero gumawa para dito sa San Beda. 8 points for Justin, second leading scorer in just 5 minutes and 16 seconds on the floor. This was the last shot earlier. Drops it in from straight away, 47-32. San Beda ties their biggest lead at 15. When we return, it's going to be your halftime performer in Kim De Leon and some numbers for you guys coming your way. Ito po sa inyong NCAA Season 97 GTV.
Ikinararangal ko pong ihandog sa inyo ang GMA News and Public Affairs Advocacy para sa eleksyon 2022 para sa patas at matalinong desisyon sa mga susunod nating iluluklok sa pwesto. Ako po ang inyong kapuso, Mike Enriquez. Ngayong eleksyon 2022, ang buong sambayanang Pilipino dapat totoo.
Noong eleksyon 2019, ang ating panawagan at panata, pusuan ang totoo. Kaya lumibot tayo sa iba't ibang panig ng bansa para ipakilala at isulong ang mga katangian ng kandidatong totoo.
Pusuan ang totoo! Ngayong eleksyon 2022, sa harap ng hamon na ibangon ang ating bayan, lahat tayo, ang mga kandidato, ang mga botante, at ang pagbabalitang gagabay sa bayan, dapat totoo.
Ang mga tatakbo, dapat totoo.
Totoong may paninindigan para sa tama. Dapat matapat, hindi magnanakaw o tiwali.
Totoong may plataporma at konkretong solusyon sa mga isyong dapat tugunan.
Magpapakatotoo sa kanilang mandato at totoo ang hangad na makapaglingkod.
Hindi personal na kapakanan ang itataguyod.
At dahil nasa atin ang responsibilidad,
Na iboto ang karapat-dapat na kandidato.
Ang paninindigan ng mga botanteng Pilipino.
Dapat totoo. Magsaliksik tungkol sa kandidatong susuportahan.
alamin ang kanilang track record.
At huwag basta maniwala.
Sa sabi ng iba o ng mga tumatakbo.
Himayin ang kanilang mga plano.
At suriin ang mga proyektong kanilang isinusulong.
Pahalagahan, bigyang dangal, at ipaglaban ang boto. Huwag magpabayad sa sino mang kandidato.
Tumulong sa pagpapalaganap ng katotohanan.
At huwag magkakalat ng fake news.
Ang GMA News and Public Affairs sa pagbabalita ngayong eleksyon, mananatiling totoo.
Walang takot na ihahayag ang mga problema ng lipunan para mamulat ng mga kandidato at botante sa totoong kalagayan ng bayan.
Ang mga ibabalita, walang itatago. Lahat dadaan sa masusing pagsisiyasat. Lahat ng panig, pakikinggan at bibigyang boses.
Totoong pagbabantay ang gagawin. Susuriin ang mga plataforma at posisyon ng mga kandidato sa iba't ibang issue para magabayan ang mga Pilipino sa paggawa ng desisyong mahalaga sa ating kinabukasan.
Ang ating pagbabalita, noon at higit pa sa ngayon, walang kikilingan, walang poprotektahan, walang kasinungalingan.
Ngayong eleksyon 2022, ang mga kandidato, ang mga botante, at ang pagbabalitang gagabay sa bawat Pilipino. Lahat tayo, dapat totoo.
Dapat totoo. The GMA News and Public Affairs. Eleksyon 2022 Advocacy.
Ibahagi ang talino, siguradong gwapong-gwapo. Walang pikon dito, katuwaan lang at kwento. At kung hindi ka sigurado, ask mo. Baklod, anong paborito mong buhatin pag nasa gym ka?
Dumbbell.
Sa mga teammates mo, sinong pabigat?
Si Sean Umali.
Gusto ko yung pag-name drop. Very good. Sean! Kim, natawagan ka na ba ng traveling?
Maraming beses.
Saan ang favorite travel destination mo?
Sa Japan. Kasi ando yung side ng papa ko.
Kung coach ka sa team nyo, sino sa first five ang ibabangko mo?
Si Barba.
Bakit si Barba?
Masyado kaming kinukulit lahat eh. Kahit tulog kami, gigisingin kami na eh.
Nilaglag ka ni Renzo eh. Sabi nangungulit ka daw.
Narinig ko nga yun eh. Ako na lagi nilalaglag ng mga yan eh.
Ano naman comment mo doon? Totoo ba na ginigising mo sila para matulog ulit?
Pwede.
Pwede?
Kung ang tagline ng NCAA Season 97 ay Stronger Together, buo ang puso. From 1 to 10, gano'n ka karupok?
10?
Coach? May na-block ka na sa court?
Oo.
Sa Facebook, ikaw ang nang-block o ikaw ang blinak?
Ako nang mablock.
Ay, wow! Pogi! Ikaw ang nang-block sa social media o ikaw ang binablock?
Ako ang binablock.
Bakit?
Ewan sa nila.
Ay, grabe. So sad. Kung last 2 minutes na lang ng buhay mo, sasayaw ka ba o kakanta?
Sasayaw ako syempre. Kakanta syempre. Sasayaw na lang po.
Ay, pasample naman ng sayaw. Patingin.
Sasayaw ba?
Kakanta. Pwede pa sample?
Okay. Bubble gang, bubble gang, bubble gang, bubble gang.
Di mo alam dahil sa'yo ang tao sa mundo.
Kung may reincarnate ka, anong gusto mo maging? Bola o net?
Bola.
Bakit bola?
Gusto kasi yan ng bawat team eh. Pinag-aagaw-agawan.
Ay, may hugot. Magaling, magaling.
Net na lang.
Bakit net?
Kasi doon papasok yung bola.
Kung ikaw ang mapiling Best Player of the Year, anong trophy ang gusto mong makuha? Trophy wife o trophy low? Trophy wife. Sino gusto mo trophy wife?
Siguro yung yung...
Back to the coverage, and this is your NCAA Season 97 on GTV at the half. Looking at the big board right here, it is a 15-point lead, biggest of the game for San Beda, 47-32 against the struggling Arellano Chiefs. We welcome you back to the coverage this afternoon. My name is Martin Javier, alongside Mikey Reyes here in the broadcast, and Arellano actually had the better start Binabanggit natin yan kanina pa, Mikey. Pero itong San Beda, ever since that strong finish in the first quarter, they never looked back. We're gonna look at the numbers, but we already know the story of this game so far, Mikes, and that's been their bench support. It's been outstanding in this game.
So if you get 35 points off the bench in the first half alone, malaking chance nga na ganito kalaki ang kalamangan. Itong San Beda, 35-12 from the bench. They have 5 3-pointers as to only 1 for Arellano, and also forcing Arellano to 12 turnovers. Kaya nga naman, may 10 puntos off of those turnovers ang San Beda. And we also talked about this on the top of the coverage. Hindi nila nako-convert yung mga turnovers na pina-force nila. Pero ngayon, kita nyo naman, 10 points off those 12 Arellano turnovers.
And taking full advantage as well of the absence of Justin Arana, because Justin, again, you know, he exited the game in the first quarter nung nakuha niya yung kanyang ikatlong foul. And obviously, hindi siya pinasok nung second quarter, kaya nagpatuloy yung atake ng San Beda. The leading scorer so far. I think this is the first time, you know, he is in the top of the list. Gab Cometa with 11 points, and again off the bench. Lahat po ito, itong top 3 ng San Beda dito, lahat yan off the bench para kay Coach Boyd Fernandez.
Actually, top 4 scorers. Sama mo pa si Ryan Amsali with 4 off the bench, but Cometa, Sanchez, Enoch ganging up on that Arellano bench. Kita mo naman dito, 26 points between these 3. On the other side, Dormal Sablan Cruz, obviously noticeably not in the top scorers for Arellano is Justin Aran, and also Jordan Santa Ana, whom on the top of this coverage you also mentioned has been the benchmark. Kung maganda ang nilaro ni Jordan Santa Ana, malaking chance na mananalo ang Arellano. So these two guys will have to pick up the slack in the second half if they want to make a game out of this.
That's right, Mikey. Tignan natin kung anong mangyayari sa ating third quarter. Pero bago natin puntahan yan, let's check out first our play of the half. This was the passing of the Arellano Chiefs, and Stefan Steinel throwing by Justin Sanchez to get him some space.
Oh, if you could imagine a perfect transition, kumbaga offense, ito yun eh. Inside, outside, bumalik dito yung trailer, and that's the patience of Stefan Steinel. That drop step and that easy basket down low. What a play that's ating first half.
They need more plays like that. Talking about the Arellano Chiefs, at saka syempre para dagdagan yung firepower off the bench netong Chiefs team. But right now, it has been all San Beda as they lead 47-32. Papunta po sa ating third quarter. And speaking of, that is coming up next dito sa inyong NCAA Season 97 on GTV. Sebastiano!
Fajarito, Rayson, La Paz, Abando!
The NCAA is not just the original collegiate sports league of the country. It is also known as the breeding ground for the future superstars of Philippine basketball. And here in season 97, a diamond in the rough is starting to shine.
That basket coming from Enoch Valdez, opening the scoring. The pressure is on Valdez.
Enoch Valdez only averaged 3.6 points per game for the LPU Pirates in season 95. But on opening day against San Beda,
Valdez. That's great hustle coming from Enoch Valdez. Count it plus the foul.
Valdez let it be known that a whole lot has changed since we last saw him.
The short stop, wala. Valdez with a putback. And here's the running game of LPU, and then to Valdez. Nagahanap Jim in the Sal Green Hills, Mandaluyong City. Action continues in the men's basketball tournament of the NCAA Season 97. Our first offering of the day, San Beda Red Lions, and of course the Arellano University Chiefs. Some remaining games for San Beda, medyo marami pa. 4 ang natitira para sa kanila at mabibigat yung mga kalabang to, Mikey.
Oo nga, yung top, kumaga sila yung top 3 teams. Obviously, Letran, San Beda, and St. Benil. But you're gonna go up against Mapua, who is also no pushover. People tend to forget, they started the season at 3-0. Talking about Mapua, they'll go up against CSB and Letran to finish the elimination round. So not an easy schedule. Maybe the hardest schedule in all of games remaining sa ating lahat ng team. So Coach Boyet and James Quequete and the rest of the Lions will have their hands full in their next 4 games.
Oh, for sure. They will be tested in the next few games as we take a look at the remaining games of the Arellano Chiefs here.
Ang kagandahan naman sa Arellano, tapos na yung mabibigat.
Yun,
tapos
nauna.
Nauna na yung teams above 500. So for their next games, they will go up against teams na medyo struggling this season. Ang Lyceum Pirates and of course ang Jerry Heavy Bombers. But that EAC Arellano game will be important because they're vying for play-in spots, talking about itong Generals and Chiefs.
Again, earlier when we talked about the team standings, EAC now in the number 5 spot at 500. 3-3, humahabol itong Arellano at 2-3. Now, before we proceed to the third quarter here, batiin muna natin. This is an official NCAA greeting, by the way. Okay. Happy viewing kay Tito Leovi Morpe of Rosario, Batangas. Again, from Kuya Jepoy ng EAC. Alright.
Sumisilip na si Coach Boyet kasi nakita niya nagtatak in si Justin Arana. So medyo okay. Adjust tayo ulit. Balik tayo dun sa first quarter game plan natin.
So Mikey, we showed the viewers a lot of stats, graphics earlier, especially on the top of this coverage. And we were looking for the better Arellano team to show up. But so far, it's been the worst team that's been performing here. And for San Beda, we told them that they've been having problems with the front line of the other teams. What did they do? They took away the big guy by forcing him into a lot of fouls. And that freed up a lot of points for the Red Lions, especially the bench players to start that avalanche of an attack in the second frame.
Kumbaga dun sa pinag-usapan natin kanina sa ating pre-game, yung San Beda sumunod, yung Arellano hindi.
Yan.
Kaya lamang ng ganito kalaki ang San Beda to start the second half.
But Arellano will have Arana back here in the third quarter. Again, he has to be careful. He has 3 fouls. So let's see how the Chiefs will respond down by 15. Again, this is not the first time that they faced this kind of deficit because in their very first game of the season against San Sebastian, ganito yung naging tema, tinambakan sila ng baste, pero nakahabol ang Arellano, inunti-unti, sila pa yung nanalo doon.
But it's different when you're going up against the Red Lions, so we will see if this hole is too deep for Arellano to climb out of. Pero mahaba pa to.
Right.
It's a one whole half of basketball, and with Justin Arana back on the floor, anything can happen for Arellano.
And that is a rejection, pangalawa. Pala dito kay JB Baguio for San Beda in the previous seasons. Pag ganito sila kaabante, ganito kalaki yung kanilang lamang, sinasabi natin, hirap nang habulin.
But then again, they were much scarier in recent years, talking about San Beda. So Arellano just needs to keep playing here.
Here is Alfaro. Getting the start again in the second half. Got the start in this game. And ball will go to the other side. So,
you know what, Martin? Tignan natin from what we were talking about earlier, yung in 2 wins ng Arellano. They've allowed 63 points in those 2 wins. 47 na ang San Beda ngayon dito. Rebounds allowed 40. 19 pa lang ang San Beda. So, maganda-ganda pa naman yung dinedepensa nila. Sobrang hindi lang maganda yung opensa. Talking about Arellano.
And they need to find some life here. It could start here as Arana makes his move. The helper in James Quequete called for the foul.
Oh, this may be the story of the first half here. Thank you sa Sultan of Stats, Pong Ducanes. Ang score before Arana got his third foul was 15-13. So nung inupo na siya, it's been a 34-17 blast for San Beda ever since Justin Arana committed his third foul.
And tells you how big of a piece he is on this Arellano team as Dormal. Oh, nice move from Axel. And now let's go to San Beda's side. Nandyan si Ann Gabrielan.
Yes, Martin, ramdam nga natin ang killer instinct nitong San Beda Red Lions dahil so far lamang sila dito sa kanilang laban against Arellano. At syempre, ikinatuwa ito ng kailang head coach at si Coach Boyd Fernandez. Sinabi pa nga niya during the dugout, congrats, good job. Lalo na daw sa second group na nagpakitang gilas talaga sa first half. Kaya naman we hope na talagang magtuloy-tuloy at maging consistent ang ating Red Lions hanggang sa dulo ng laban na ito. Back to you, gentlemen.
Maraming salamat. And this is a more comfortable game for them, talking about the San Beda Red Lions. Kaya mas masaya rin si Coach Boyd Fernandez. Pero ito si Jello Sablan. Count the basket plus the foul. May isa pa darating sa free throw line.
Gusto agad bawiin yung 3 puntos ni Penuela on the other side. Kita natin dito yung atake muna ni Kalen Doromal. The Euro step going back to his strong side, and this miss right here. Pero nandito si Jello Sablan. The rebound, the putback, the contact, and the free throw to boot. At na-shoot din ni Jello Sablan. Cuts this deficit down to 13.
50-37. That is our tally right now. Third quarter action you guys are witnessing here in our NCAA Season 97 broadcast. Baguio, one dribble in. Push shot will work for JB.
Oh, that's such an important weapon para kay JB Baguio. Not the tallest of big men, but if he has that soft touch, hindi na niya kailangan makipagbanggaan sa ilalim.
Yeah. Tit for tat para dito sa Arellano and San Beda in the third. Doromal, bothered by 2 defenders. Didn't matter. Able to score. He's got 11 points in the game.
That's a tough shot there for Kalen Doromal, already surpassing his scoring average this season.
And that's a designated shooter right there in Peter Alfaro.
Well, they have to make stops. Talking about Arellano, hindi ka pwedeng mag-trade baskets dito kasi ang laki ng kalamangan dito ng San Beda.
Arana will challenge Kuntapay. Nice pass inside. Sablan again able to finish. We got a timeout on the floor. It is a 13-point lead. 10 points now for Jello Sablan. Sinusubukang humabol ng Chiefs. May timeout tayo.
Mabilis magbago ang mundo at ang daming naiisip ng tao. Hatid ng Next Now ang latest sa science and technology, maging updated sa groundbreaking inventions.
Hello there.
At mga makabagong solusyon sa pang-araw-araw nating pamumuhay.
Actually creates a huge impact.
Tunghayan ang episodes online dahil sa GMA News and Public Affairs Digital. We show you what's next now.
Life hasn't been easy lately, so we're here to make your day, featuring amazing, funny, and heartwarming stories to bring you something bright and sweet and get you dancing through tough times. Simple joys that remind us of the many reasons we can still smile. Cleanse your timeline with Make Your Day. Join us on YouTube and Facebook and share your stories too. Let's spread more awesome, wholesome content out there. Make your day!
Hi, I'm Howie Severino. My colleagues and I developed this
Scorer of the Arellano Chiefs this year. Could he be the next great point guard? Itong Arellano, Mikes.
Number 1 in steals, 2.8 a game, 10.2 points, 3.2 rebounds, 2.6 assists. Tingnan mo naman yung linya ng mga Arellano point guards na dumaan. Nards Pinto, Rocky Asidre, Gio Halalon, Kent Salado, ngayon Kalen Doromal. What a pump fake there over 2 Red Lions. Kita mo yung kumpiyansa ni Kalen Doromal. Again, the second leading scorer for Arellano this season. 11 points and 2 assists here today. And more importantly, keeping his team afloat as Justin Arana has been struggling with foul trouble all game long. Grabe naman kasi yung linya ng mga point guard na
Huwag natin ilabas yung stats, di ba?
Huwag natin ilabas.
Triple-double eh.
Triple-double yung stats ni Gio eh.
So, relaxan muna natin.
Baka ma-pressure si Kalen eh.
Huwag pinakita. Here's Alfaro on the catch and shoot. Masyadong malakas. And agawan ng bola. Nakuha ni James. As we go to Arellano's side, Avia Zunic is on standby. Avia?
Ang usap-usapan kanina sa dugout, Martin and Mikey, ay kung paano nila i-execute ang play well. Dahil para kay assistant coach Daryl Baila, ang kalat daw ng pinapakita ng team at halatang na-scout na ng Beda ang plays nila. That's why they have to do their best to somehow change it. Huwag daw matakot tumira pag na-kick out sa kanila ang bola kasi dun sa nakukulangan ang coaches sa kanila sa outside shots. Back to you, Martin and Mikey.
Maraming salamat, Avia. #NoFilter yung comment na yun ni Coach Baila as we see Arana make his move inside. But that's exactly what happened in the first half. Basang-basa sila nitong San Beda team. Well scouted, making use of their long break very well as we take a look at the three-pointer from the corner by James Kwekute.
So sobrang ganda ng scout ng San Beda sa Arellano. Gumawa na ng paraan si Justin Arana. Galing sa labas na siya umatake. Kasi inaabangan niyo ako sa ilalim eh. But misses that free throw is Justin Arana, who continues to struggle here today.
But again, if you're a team here in the NCAA, you have to have, many weapons, diba, inside your bag.
Oh, especially for days like these na medyo nagsa-struggle yung top guy mo. Kailangan mag-step up. And Kalen Doromal has done his part for Arellano, but someone else needs to step up. Sana si Jordan Santa Ana medyo magpakita na dito sa ating second half.
Hindi pa nga agresibo dito si Santa Ana as we see that nice pass to Ralph Penuela underneath, and the Red Lions just playing consistent basketball in this one. 9 points now for Ralph. Here is Sablan. The assist numbers here. Tabla tayo dyan, 13 apiece, but Arana throws the ball away. Baguio on the receiving end.
That's another easy basket for San Beda. And here comes Kalen Doromal.
Yeah, taking matters into his own hands. Ito si Jello Sablan. They will reset, talking about the Chiefs. It is a 20-point lead now for San Beda. Natapikan si Doromal. Scramble for the loose ball. And a shot clock violation on the Chiefs. So ball will go back to San Beda.
Just great defense, all-around defense for San Beda. Transition, half court. Nakakahanap ng paraan itong San Beda. Mas-stop yung i-opensa ng Arellano. But I believe the ball will stay with Arellano here. Natawagan ng foul ang isang Leon.
One of the tallest players in the league, in Clifford Hopia, will replace Dami Contapay.
Oh, that guy is tall.
Yeah.
First time ko kasi mag-cover ng San Beda. Tangkat niya na. 6'7", 6'8".
6'9" yan si Clifford.
6'9".
I believe
nang lead si Justin.
Azarana forces that one up. Here's San Beda on the move. Kwekute, with a nice shot in transition.
Again, one of the best finishers on the break. James Canlas Kwekute just finding the crease in the defense. Extends this lead.
This lead has ballooned to 22 as Santa Ana forces the issue. And that's the Jordan Santa Ana that we want to see. Mikey, agresibo, umaatake.
Kailangan. Lalo na ngayon at lumulobo na naman ang kalamangan dito. 22-point lead for San Beda. As our friend from the media, Randolph Leongson, galing FU Juniors pala si Hopia. Hindi ko kasi ngayon ko lang siya nakakita.
For the longest time also, nasa Team B ni Coach Olsen.
Sa seniors. Okay. Wow.
So finally
Coach
getting
Olsen, dating kasamahan natin yan dito sa NCAA.
Correct, sa broadcast team. So
Laki,
63-42.
Bata pa to.
Malaki yan. 20. Verify.
21, 22, no?
Here's Kwekute. Hopia. Passing it to James. Kwekute. And that's going to be a foul on the floor for the Chiefs.
Down by 21 are the Chiefs. As for San Beda, they want to keep that. They want to keep their foot on the gas pedal. Lalo na medyo mabigat yung mga susunod na games ng San Beda. You don't want to lose a step. You want to use every minute of this game as preparation for your next 4 games in which makakalaban nga nila yung Mapua, St. Benilde at saka San Beda. And also, hindi pushover yung Perpetual. Pag umiinit yung Jello Razon, Kim Aurindun, delikado din yun.
A little bit of a scuffle here. Kulay between Sablan and Kwekute.
Si James ba ngayon lang ulit nagbandana? Kasi nung past few games hindi nagbabandana eh.
Binalik niya, no?
Oo, binalik niya.
Pwede yung banggaan nila ni Jello Sablan. Okay. Extra action right after the whistle.
Jordan Santana will hit the bench for Coach Cholo Martin and the Arellano Chiefs. As we look at this right here, inabot kasi ni James yung bola kay
Jello.
Oo, inabot yung bola kay Jello. Pinoy na rin si James.
Oo nga eh.
Marunong namang aser eh.
Naka-adapt na to eh. As Kwekutey gets fouled on the three-point attempt. Oh, this will hurt Arellano.
That definitely hurts.
Ito, to verify the age, 23 years old na.
Look at this right here. This is a bad foul from si Jello Sablan. Baka dala na rin ng frustration dun sa magrian nila kanina. But you're giving James Kwekutey 3 free throws here to add on to this already big 21-point lead.
The overextension of Jello Sablan resulting to a foul. Kwekutey at the free throw line. One of the best shooters that we have in the league.
James, no? And he didn't take that many three-pointers last season. He didn't need to. Kasi
may Nelly.
Tsaka role ni Clint Doliges yun yung sa labas di ba? Siya yung taga-slash But now, he has adapted to the absence of shooters like Doliges, Soberano, di ba? Yung mga shooters nila dati. AC.
Matik yun,
Oo, matik yun. AC Soberano. Favorite ni Robert Bolick, pasahan yun Tsaka ni Evan Nelly.
Yun ang laging libre.
No? Tinatanong ako ng mga tao, magaling ba talaga Evan Nelly at siya ang top assist man ng San Beda? Sabi ko, di magaling yun. Magaling lang yung mga kakampi.
Grabe.
Magaling lang yung mga kakampi kaya nasushoot Evan Nelly,
miss na natin.
Miss na natin ngayon dito sa NCAA.
But James Kwekutey here, knocking down the free throw. One of his closest friends, Evan Nelly. I'll be watching right now.
For sure. Calvin Oftana as well.
There's Maui Cruz. It is a 22-point advantage now for San Beda. Doromal, Alfaro with the save, but to the wrong man. Maui Cruz now. Amsali on the help. It is Kwekutey again on Cruz. Maui Cruz, step back jumper. Tough shot right there from Maui. And here's Amsali starting the break. Kwekutey on the reverse. No!
I was getting ready to say that he is one of the best finishers on the break, James Kwekutey, but missing that reverse layup there. At mapapaupo muna si James Kwekutey dito.
And this is Sir Peter Caico, of course, Mancom representative ng Arellano University sa NCAA. Long time.
Tagal na ni Boss Peter. Panahon pa ata ni na Gio Siriacus First year dito sa NCAA.
Yun. Palagay ko before
pa. Yung mga players pa nila dati.
Yan. Sir Peter Caico, of course, again from Arellano's side. Arellano though, right now, they need some answers. 22-point advantage. Si Arana na yung umararo doon.
Usually, taller than his defender. Ngayon, mas malaki sa kanya itong si Hopia, but ginamit niya yung quickness niya doon. And of course, his experience as we look at San Beda's shooting. Grabe, umangat nung second and third quarter. 35% in the first, 63 so far.
And again, it was started by the bench players nito ni Coach Boyet Fernandez as Penuela gets denied by Justin Arana. Here's Maui Cruz. Arana, eto na, atake si Justin Arana. Back-to-back hits for him.
Full head of steam for Justin Arana. There's no way to stop itong si Kahoy, si Groot. All the way to the rim against Hopia. Alam niya yun, Groot. Alam mo ba, may sapatos si Justin Arana. Di ba, nauso yung mga kino-customize. Nagpagawa siya, Groot. May picture ni Groot. Kasi nga tinawag natin siyang Kahoy. Mukhang Kahoy yun. Mukhang inukit.
18-point lead by the San Beda Red Lions. We'll be right back after this.
Arlatan has been aggressive. Abando with the rejection.
Narito na ang top 10 plays sa unang 4 na game days ng NCAA Season 97 Men's Basketball. At number 10.
Nahanap pa rin ang kanilang unang puntos ngayong season. Abando, nakalusot! What a shot!
Renz Abando scores his first NCAA points in a Letran Knights uniform.
That was a deep reverse layup if I ever saw one.
Sa number 9, dating NCAA Juniors MVP Will Gozum muling nagpakilala sa NCAA fans.
Dishing it to Gozum. Gozum the spin. Deep reverse goes for Will.
Dito naman sa number 8,
The ball is loose. Heavy Bombers are running. This is JL De Los Santos. Wow!
Go. Sports said from CHED Commission on Higher Education. Again, very much involved. Involved na po ito simula pa lang months before this when we were holding, press conferences for NCAA nung pang nagpapabakuna yung mga atleta natin. She's always been there present. At katabi po niya, syempre, ang Mancom Chair ng NCAA Season 97 from the College of St. Benilde, Sir Dax Castellano. And we're having a great season so far. Smooth sailing dito po sa Lasal Green Hills. Crucial juncture sa ating season. We are entering that phase already. And this one, featuring Arellano in San Beda, sinusubukan ng humabol dito ng Arellano Chiefs courtesy of back-to-back baskets earlier before the timeout by Justin Arana. Pero ito hindi makakatulong. It is Tony Enoch off the timeout. Pumuntos agad.
Oh, that's just a tough drive for Tony Enoch, who was hot in the first half. Dito first basket niya in the second half. Archie Concepcion, another guy. Medyo iniintay din nating mag-breakout para sa Arellano.
Hindi nga nabibigyan ng maraming minuto this year itong si Archie Concepcion. As Troy Valencia heads to the line for a couple of shots. This is attorney Jonas Cabuchan, Mancom representative of San Beda University. Attorney, very nice guy. Watching intently. San Beda tries to stay undefeated after this one.
Kausap ko si Justin. I think this was yesterday. And then he was asking me ano yung kalagayan nilang in sa standing. Sabi ko sa kanya, correct me if I'm wrong, brother, pero sabi ko, 3rd to 6th, pare-parehas lang yan eh. Di ba? Kasi you're gonna go through that play-in round eh. So, parang sa NBA yan, even if you finish at 3rd, pwede ka malaglag, di ba? May mga nag-7th na nalaglag sa NBA, di ba? If I'm not mistaken. So, sorry, hindi kasi kasama yung Lakers mo dun eh. Kaya wala kang pakialam sa NBA eh.
Nanonood pa rin naman ako.
Nanonood ka pa rin ba? Pero kahit 3rd place ka, you can fall out of the Final Four if you lose that matchup against number 4. And then you lose again to the winner of 6 and 7. 5 and 6, sorry. So, yung 1 and 2 lang talaga yung safe.
That's true.
Which
yung
right now is San Beda and Letran.
And again, you use the NBA reference.
Galit ka lang kasi.
Hindi
better ka sa NBA.
Sige, tingnan muna natin yung numbers dito ni Tony Enoch. Perfect from the field. 4 out of 4. May isa pang 3 yan ha. 9 points.
At may isang long 2.
Ayun, may long 2. So dapat 10 points na pala siya. Kung lumayo pa siya ng konti. Pero yung NBA, 2 number 9 teams ang pumasok. The Pelicans, and if I'm not mistaken, Atlanta beating the Cavs for number 8. So, yung mga ganong senaryo po, pwede po yung mangyari sa ating play-in tournament.
So, you're not assured of a Final Four spot, even if you finish at number 3. And that is the beauty of this season. Dito sa NCAA, yung dinagdag nilang play-in round to give chances to the teams like Arellano, Perpetual, EAC.
Pumatok sa pintuan. Makapasok pa sa ating playoffs. Right now, Arellano trying to catch up with EAC at 3 and 3 sa ating team standings. Gallego, malinaw, nakaapak na sa labas. So 66-48, 1 minute 5 seconds remaining sa ating third quarter. Now this will be important for Arellano. Can they make a push to make it a more manageable margin going into the fourth quarter? That's something we will find out in the next few plays. Valencia. Doromal against Enoch. Mahirap na bantay ito. Cruz is open. Too strong for Maui. Concepcion grabbing that ball. And a foul whistled on Yukien Andrada.
And you gotta love the activity of Archie Concepcion since entering this ball game. Like what we said, medyo limited minutes yung nakikita ni Archie Concepcion this season. But anytime he enters the floor, he is ready to contribute in any way he can, giving his team an extra possession here and actually getting a foul. So 2 free throws pa para kay Archie Concepcion, a chance to cut this lead down to 16.
Some added muscle off the bench para dito kay Archie Concepcion, who has a lot of experience in the NCAA, in our preseason leagues.
Batang Pampanga yan. Isa yan sa mga pride ng Pampanga.
Makita mo sa katawan, no? Bato-bato.
Katawan.
Diba?
Mga player dito sa NCAA, sa mga inukit eh. Pati si Tony Inot eh.
Correct,
Tony Inot.
First year pa lang yan,
Oo.
But here's the ball pressure at the backcourt for Arellano. Easily broken up by Cometa. Leading scorer, by the way, of San Beda. He has all day to shoot, but he misses.
Oh, that's fortunate for Arellano. You don't want to leave Cometa that wide open after the first half he had.
And now Cruz banks that one in.
And this is what you were saying. Try to cut this deficit down to a manageable lead. Entering the fourth, 14 na lang. Itong kalamangan ng San Beda. If they can make a stop here. Ay, hindi. Last second shot na to para sa San Beda.
Unless San Beda goes early. Hindi. Mukhang imimelt nila yung clock. Sa Cometa to. Cometa against two defenders. Ito, naka-force ng turnover ang Arellano.
And that's the worst thing you can do. Number one, commit a turnover on a possession like that and give the other team still 9 seconds to try and convert on the other end.
66-52, 5 seconds to work with for Cruz. Cruz setting up Valencia. Valencia, no go. Isa pa para kay Concepcion, wala. And that's gonna be the end of our third quarter here. 66-52. Arellano making a mini run at the end of the third quarter with moves like that by Axel Duromal. But, you know, it's still the Red Lions taking full control of this one. Ito yung finish kanina ni James Kwekute in transition. Red Lions will carry the 14-point lead going into the fourth quarter, which we'll have right after this break.
Hi, I'm AJ Benson. I'm 25 years old. I'm 6'4". I play the forward/guard position for the CSB Blazers. It's a privilege to do that for my brother/Pinsan, Justin Gutang. You're gonna see all our work that we put in, and hopefully you guys will enjoy it.
Hi, I'm Warren Bonifacio, 23 years old, 6'4", forward from the Mapua Cardinals. Taga San Simon, Pampanga. Bonnie lang yung tawag saan, Bonnie. Bukod sa basketball, habis ko yung paglalaro ng computer games. Tapos yun, yung pag-programming dahil computer engineering ako. Kaya yun, naging habis ko na yun.
Hi, I'm Jayo Ambohot, 25 years old, 6'7", position, power forward.
Inside the St. Benil Gym in LaSalle, Green Hills, New York City, as we continue the action in the NCAA Season 97, San Beda, Arellano. We see the story here by quarter, Mike's slight edge for the Chiefs at the end of that third.
At least that's something they can build on. Talking about Arellano, they played much better in that third canto compared to the first half, 20-19, and the big reason is Justin Arana played the whole third quarter.
Exactly.
Alam naman natin, on both ends of the floor, malaki na iambag ni Justin Arana, gives his other teammates confidence to attack the basket, especially if you have someone like Arana down low. Evanelli is watching right now.
Oh, ito mo. Narinig ka.
Former NCAA point guard.
Yun na.
Na number 1 in assists kasi magagaling yung kakampi.
Ayan.
Kahit naman sino, pag pinasahan mo si Oftana, di ba? Shoot naman talaga.
Magaling yung pumasa kasi yung
magaling
Nelly.
Okay. Magaling pala pumasa.
Nagsiset up nun eh.
Kala ko kasi sure ball lang si Tangko sa ilalim, kaya madali lang naman yung buhay ni Nelly last year eh.
Of course, Evanelli watching right now. Former member of our Mythical 5 in the NCAA, watching his former team here. Arana, you can expect that he will not sit anymore as Concepcion misses on the triple try. But they will get another crack at the basket. The Chiefs again trying to compound on the run they had at the end of the third, but that empty possession to begin the fourth quarter.
2 tries from the outside for Arellano. Unfortunately, not connecting. Laki sana nun, no?
Lalapit sila. Magiging 12 yun. Pero ito, may turnover sa kabila. Foul against Peter Alfaro, who was setting the screen for Ryan Amsali.
Ito yun. Yun, no, medyo gumalaw si Alfaro. Nahuli. At maganda rin yung benta ng player ng Arellano. As we look at Coach Boyet, frustrated on that call.
And again, not the first time Arellano has faced this kind of lead. And San Sebastian, they were down big, but they still managed to win that game against the Stags. Arana turns around, bothered by 2. Off the glass, will not work. And scramble for the ball, it will end up with Gallego. It is Baguio. Look, full steam ahead, goes to Amsali. Recognizing na wala si Arana doon, so umatake sila.
Oo, atake kagad doon because Arana was late to come down on that defensive possession and Baguio finding itong si Amsali.
And that's going to be the 4th foul
on Justin Arana. He needs to be better at least na aware ka dapat na 3 fouls ka na. So, yung mga ganon, I would rather you give San Beda 2 points kesa 4th foul ang makuha mo, diba? So, these are the kinds of things na matututunan pa ni Justin Arana as he moves forward with his career.
And look at this. We got 8 and 47 remaining. 4 fouls on Justin. Expect San Beda to put some pressure on him on their next sets.
No? Kung hanapin mo na yung isang foul ni Justin.
Ito, masakit pa. Para sa Arellano, nakuha ulit ng San Beda ang bola. But Gallego misses on that straightaway 3. And here's Maui Cruz. Cruz will split the D, sending it out to Doromal. Corner shot. Well worked for Axel.
Doromal. Again, keeping Arellano afloat. 14 points for Doromal. Tinabi natin kasi kay na Gio Halalan kanina, na-challenge tuloy. Axel Doromal.
A great
Axel
game today.
Pala. Kaylin yung nakasunod.
Kaylin Axel.
Okay, Kaylin. Pero palayaw niya, Axel.
Axel, But Ryan Amsali with a nice move off the dribble.
The most complicated spelling of Ryan. Ryan Amsali. R-H-A-Y-A-N.
That's true.
But the game speaks for itself. R-H-A-Y-Y-A-N.
There you go. Amsali, a solid game today. Arana, dalawa yung pinakagada was Baguio and Amsali. Sumabay kay Justin doon.
Ganda ng double doon ng San Beda as we look at this first from Axel Doromal from the left corner, hitting that triple. And on the other end, Ryan Amsali, one of those guys na talaga heavily recruited out of that Red Cups program, going all the way to the rim. Ryan Amsali for San Beda. And on the other end, ganda nung double sana ng San Beda doon on Justin Arana. But Justin Arana finding a way to get himself to the line. And that is his, I believe, 0 of 5.
Yeah.
Tama, di ba? 0 of 5. Dapat doon 0 of 10 airball
Dagdag. Ito si yung numero ni Justin Arana today.
6 points, 4 turnovers, and 4 fouls. Make that 7 points for Justin Arana. Not the best of games for Justin here today.
But he went after the ball that time, so that freed up JB Baguio against a smaller Concepcion.
And that's just a big boy drive for JB Baguio. But again, Justin cannot risk. Or hindi na siya pwedeng gumambol dun sa mga steal na yun kasi siya yung last man
Exactly. Ito si Justin, triple team this time. Last touch on San Beda. And speaking of the Red Lions, puntahan natin si Ann Gabriel.
Martin and Mikey, during the timeout, pinaalalahanan ni Coach Boyet Fernandez ang kanyang mga players na medyo lumalambot na ang kanilang depensa. Kaya sabi niya, we will not stop defending until we finish this ball game. Kaya naman tingnan natin kung San Beda will be able to make the necessary adjustments and if they will still remain undefeated at the end of this game against Arellano. Back to you, gentlemen.
Maraming salamat, Ann. Nagpapatuloy yung problema sa depensa dito ng San Beda as Valencia. You gotta look at that shot again. It was off the miss of Archie Concepcion. Valencia with the offensive rebound, really stretching out for that one. And then, the shot. Tinira na lang yon over Amsali. Pumasok pa and he completes the 3-point play.
Talo ng swerte ang magaling. Valencia there with that 3-point play cuts this deficit down to 11 points. And they need to make a stop here.
What was once a 22-point lead has been chopped into half. 11 na lang, hinahabol dito ng Chiefs. You got a foul first here. Only the second team foul on Arellano, so they're not yet in the penalty. Here's Peter Alfaro. Over 3 minutes gone in the fourth quarter. James Kwekute will try to force the issue, feeding Baguio here. Well defended by Archie. Offensive foul on JB.
And this is the stop that they were looking for. Talking about Arellano, ang bola babalik sa kanila. At mapapa-timeout muna dito. TV timeout actually. Still up by 11 is San Beda.
Maraming ingay ngayon sa ating buhay. Kaya, slow down muna tayo.
Sino ka ba?
Kailangan ko ng time for myself.
Wala na ako ginawa sa buhay ko kundi magbanda.
Marami tayong gusto pero hindi naman lahat natin nakukuha.
Care to share?
Kasi syempre, if I have the answer, diba, ang yaman ko na.
Healthy na kwentuhan?
Tell him na your goal now is to have a house in each.
Yeah. Komportableng usapan.
No dating muna.
Sagot ko na yan.
Ganda nun, okay.
Yes.
Dapat ko dito.
Kaya share mo na dito sa Share Ko Lang.
Are COVID-19 vaccines safe? What is climate change? Because information is crucial, we're giving you all the facts that you need.
Anong mga lugar sa Pilipinas ang COVID-free?
Introducing Need to Know, a weekly explainer series from GMA News and Public Affairs.
Here's what you need to know.
JV Gallego on your screens. This is a guy, that has or had some solid games for the Red Lions. Pero pagkatapos nun, medyo nagiging fluctuating yung minutes niya. Yung 15 points na yan, he was the best player of that game against CAC.
And then the game after, he only played 5 minutes. So he hasn't seen consistent minutes so far here with San Beda, talking about JV Gallego. But every time he's sent on the floor, meron talagang naaambag. We know how skillful this kid is, talking about JV Gallego.
But this is a guy that San Beda can unleash anytime, and an offensive weapon off the bench.
Loki, niintay nga natin i-unleash.
Oo nga eh. Oo.
Nung nag-18 minutes, 18 points eh. Imagine if he plays like 25, 26 minutes, di ba?
That's true. At nangyari, nakita natin yung kay Ralph Robin.
Oo, Ralph Robin.
He broke out with 27 points as we go to Arellano's side with Avia Zunic. Avia?
As the team captain of Arellano Chiefs, Jello Sablan always tells his team to play one game at a time and to learn from their rights and wrongs. There are still a few games for the team, and every game they are given a chance to prove their capacity and how worthy they are of a spot on the elimination round. Ang sabi kanina sa huddle, teamwork for the last 10 minutes ang gusto makita ni Coach Cholo sa Arellano Chiefs. Ito ang dapat natin abangan. Martin and Mikey.
Maraming salamat, Avia. They're going to be tested once again here, down by 11. So far, they played better against San Beda here in the fourth quarter. 7-4, slight advantage for them in the quarter scoring right there. But they need more to move closer here as Kuntapay forces one up. Kwekute from the corner. That's too strong. Rebound goes to Justin. Agawan. Inot hindi nakuha. Justin will secure.
Gusto ni Justin yung rebound na yun. At eto na ang Arellano. A chance for them.
Right.
I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. A chance for them to cut this to single digits.
Concepcion driving, going deep. Here's Arana, bumomba, tapigan, eto ni Alfaro. Here's San Beda on the move. Kwekute, challenge, and he will score with the left.
Oh, that's a bucket for James Kwekute. On the break, offhand, no problem. James Kwekute.
Badly needed basket for San Beda to prevent the Arellano attack. Here's Concepcion. They go to Arana. Arana bumomba. Arana spins. Oh, good defense by Amsali.
Ganda na naman ang depensa nila. Ganging up on Justin Arana are the frontline bigs of San Beda. Less than 5 minutes na lang to, Martin. So Arellano needs to do something here if they want to make a game out of this. And James Kwekute doing something to prevent Arellano from making a game out of this. James Kwekute, a personal 4-0 run for San Beda.
And a total of 14 points already for James. So a little over his average this season. at 13.25 points per game. 74-59. Couple of buckets stretches the lead to 15. Yes, Kwekutey pulls it down. And James looking for Amsali. Ryan to the corner. Alfaro will move closer and will hit from mid-range.
And that is San Beda for you, man. Just any time within the game can explode and get on these big runs. And here to cap off a 6-0 run is Alfaro. Look at that pull-up jumper there from the right wing. 76-59 na naman ang kalamangan dito ng San Beda.
Hi, ako nga pala si JM Calma ng San Sebastian Golden Stags at nagmula ako sa Kappa Starlock. Ang position ko is forward tsaka center. Preparation ko siguro mas doble pa kumpara sa last season ko kasi ito na yung last ko eh. Bubuhos ko na lahat kung anong meron ako, nagpo-practice ako. Nandiyan naman yung mga coaches para i-guide ako.
Dami kong tapay po from San Beda, playing center. I'm from Cagayan Valley, Tuguegarao City. Madaming adjustment yung pinapagawa sa amin ni Coach. Una, mahirap pero unti-unti naman nakukuha na namin siya. And yun, parang nag-gel na kami as a team kasi bago ulit yung mga teammates namin, maraming rookies. So kailangan talaga namin mag-gel as a team para makapag-perform kami na maayos this coming season.
Hi, I'm Ivan Santos, 24 years old, 6'6", center from the Mapua Cardinal.
By James Kwekutey, 6-0 run for the Red Lions. Mikey, personal 4-0 for this guy. It is once again a 17-point lead for the still undefeated San Beda Red Lions.
It was at 11 when we went on that timeout and we said Arellano has a chance to really steal this game away with less than 5 minutes remaining. But James Kwekutey and Alfaro putting up buckets there to keep Arellano at bay.
And they are putting a lot of bodies on Justin Arana just to get him off his game.
Hindi pwedeng isa lang.
Hindi pwede talaga.
Sinasabi nga lagi sa akin ni Justin, sana bawal mag-double team. Pwede ba yun? Sabi ko.
And this is a good defender on him already in Dami Contapay. 6'6" din yan, 6'5", 6'6".
Defensive bigs, no?
Oo. Tapos dinadalawa, tatlong tao pa rin siya eh.
Naka-ready sila dun sa spin move ni Justin Arana.
Which again, he also saw against Mapua. This is Concepcion driving. Concepcion, wala pa rin. Struggling to si Archie. Eto si Arana, wala pa rin.
Hindi pa rin makakuha sa ilalim si Justin Arana. And we talked about it on the top of the coverage. Nagsa-struggle ang San Beda sa frontline scorers. But here today, they have proved that they can man or guard that paint well. Containing itong si Justin Arana from the get-go.
Wow! Showing us the bag right there was Ryan Amsali, Mikes.
Ganda nung drive to ni Ryan Amsali. We talked about how we've been waiting or we're waiting for a great breakout game for Amsali or at least be consistent kasi nagpakita na siya sa isang game na sinasabi mo, di ba? But we know that he has the skills and he can play with the big boys here on the college level.
And now he has 8 points. Concepcion with a triple to counter that Amsali basket. Enoch, Contapay, foul underneath, and that's gonna be on Maui Cruz.
Every time maatakihin ng San Beda si Justin, mapapaano kayo, no? You gotta hold your breath because he might be called for his 5th foul. But we look at this move by Ryan Amsali. Ooh. The handles and just knowing what to do with the basketball with that finish on the other end. Archie Concepcion from deep finally hitting is the wingman from Arellano, and Contapay will have 2 free throws here and try to get to 80 points para sa kanyang koponan.
Speaking of the scoring right now of San Beda, I would like to go back to our graphic in the pregame kung saan in-emphasize po natin yung dami ng inaalaw na puntos ng Arellano in their losses. In that graphic, it was 86.3 points. Right now, San Beda 7 points away from that average.
Yep. Talking about Arellano, they have contained their opponents to 63 points when they get the dub. 86, sabi mo nga, pag natatalo sila. 7 points away ang San Beda. So these stats right here, yung trend na meron ng Arellano throughout the first 5 games, mukhang natutuloy, mukhang totoo.
Correct. There's some truth in that stat line, Mikes. Panglima yon ni Jello Sablan. So, graduate na si Jello. At the free throw line is Dami Contapay.
And also, pinag-usapan natin kanina, points in the paint allowed.
Yon.
36 ang San Beda ngayon. 47 when they lose. Ang Arellano, ang binibigay nila sa kalaban. So again, more or less, nandun sa number na yon.
The three-point shooting has been exceptional today for San Beda. 7 out of 18. So idagdag mo yan sa mga problema itong Arellano Chiefs today. And again, that started in the end of the first quarter as Concepcion breaks free for that layup.
But this is something that they can build on. Itong si Archie Concepcion, binigyan ng minuto dito sa second half. Maganda yung naipakita.
Kwekutey still shaken up on the other side of the court of a collision. Natamaan sa mukha itong si James.
Yung jawline, yung jaw niya mukhang natamaan.
Yeah, slow to get up, a little bit shaken up. Their leading scorer today and in the season.
The best shooting guard?
Yeah.
Ano tayo dun? Unanimous tayo dun. Exactly. The best shooting guard in all of the NCAA. Who's next to him? Ako, para sa akin, Jello Razon.
Jello Razon.
Diba? Jello Razon. Second leading scorer of the league.
Definitely, it's Jello. Or Robbie.
Robbie.
Ayun yung collision. Ayun. Oo. Natamaan sa mukha. Itong si Kwekutey nung dumadrive na. Naive.
Robbie Naive.
And Dami Contapay. With some guns blazing here.
From the outside. What a time for him to connect from deep. Contapay just adding on to this big lead.
I love the celebration right after. San Beda's just enjoying this game. Tignan natin yan. Ito yung setup.
Pick and pop. Contapay from deep. Parang Kemark Carino no? Kemark. Bumabaril pa. Si Contapay. No, I was thinking about Ralph Robin.
Ayun, Ralph Robin.
Oh, look at this. Justin Arana, 7 points and 7 turnovers. A far cry from his 15 and 13 averages.
He has 12 rebounds though. But again, really annoyed, bothered by the triple team, double team na ibinabato sa kanya ng San Beda all throughout the game. Ito si Contapay, pumafancy pa din sa reverse. Here's Doromal. Cruz is open. Cruz will pull the trigger. 1 minute exactly remaining here in our contest as Cruz scores on the quick bucket.
Actually, ang iniisip ko after James Kwekutey, Jello Razon, or si Ralph Robin.
Ralph Robin.
Di ba? Sa AAC, magaling yung batang yun.
Huwag mo nang i-unveil yung mga potential picks natin.
Potential picks. Ay, mamaya nga pala mga kaibigan. We all know you love NCAA Sundays because of Game On.
For sure.
Mamaya maganda yung episode natin with, of course, me, Martin Antonio, and Anton Rojas. We will have a fantasy draft. Masaya yun, brother.
Yes, sir.
First pick ka.
First pick ako.
Pag ikaw nag-arana, mag-aaway tayo mamaya. Sige, mag-arana ka. Di mag-aabando ko. Walang problema.
Okay. I wanna see a special moment.
Maganda yun mamaya.
Maganda. Abangan niyo po yan pagkatapos nito. Game On happening in between games dito sa NCAA Season 97.
Pero yung Game On, wherein all 4 of us will be there talking about the panel, every Sunday yan. So mamaya, right. bago mag LPU Letran. That's a big game. Mamaya.
So 27.1 seconds remaining, Mike's. A statement game here of sorts for San Beda. Dahil nga, dikita yung mga huling laban nila. But this is, a lopsided win for them that could put pressure on the team that will be playing later, the Letran Knights.
Oh, and San Beda beat this team, Arellano, convincingly which Arellano just beat Mapua. So
Yan.
statement win nga to, especially because San Beda will still go up against Mapua dito sa ating elimination round.
And again, nangyari po dito early on, it was San Beda was really taking Arellano off their game. You know, taking out Arana early, and then the bench players did their work. Sinimulang tambakan ng Arellano. And with 2.6 seconds remaining, the Red Lions will stay undefeated in your NCAA season, 97-82 to 68 over the Arellano Chiefs.
5-0 for the San Beda Red Lions, the same way they started their season nung season 95. Ngayon, ganun pa din. Undefeated so far here in our elimination round and getting solo first for at least the next 3 hours dahil ang Letran mamaya maglalaro at makakalaban ng Lyceum.
So abangan niyo po yan in our second game. But again, before that, we got game on. Final score for this one though, 82-68, a convincing win for San Beda. Again, still unblemished in season 97. This is a team that's looking to, you know, maintain their supremacy in the NCAA and prove that they're still one of the best basketball programs in the country, in the collegiate scene. Coach Boyd Fernandez on your screens with the victory.
You just have to commend Coach Boyd and the rest of the coaching staff of the San Beda Red Lions. Again, losing 4 of their 5 starters entering this season, but still, di pa rin natatalo itong San Beda here after this win against the Arellano Chiefs. Coach Boyd and the rest of the San Beda Red Lions stay undefeated, and the record stays clean here in season 97.
That guy, top scoring San Beda today with 14 points, James Kwekute. But the story, at least in the first half, was the bench production, which made life easier for the starters to begin the third quarter kasi nakapuhunan na yung bench players doon.
Tsaka yung bench yung nag-maximize or nag-take advantage ng absence ni Justin Arana, lalo na nung second quarter, and that just gave them all the momentum they needed. And in the second half, the starters started to roll for San Beda, lalo na itong si James Canlas Kwekute.
And San Beda Red Lions 5-0 right now, sitting at the top of our team standings. Yukian Andrada, the Bigs, sharing a laugh. Dami Contapay and the rest of the crew doing a fantastic job today in executing their game plan to perfection. Diba? Against the Arellano Chiefs, again, a team with a lot of confidence coming into this game, especially with that victory against the Mapua Cardinals in their previous one. But the Chiefs will have to go back to their bubble and figure things out. They go down to 2-4, and they will tie the Perpetual Altas in the number 6 spot in our team standings.
And we talked about it earlier. Sabi mo nga, San Beda did its homework in trying to stop Justin Arana against LPU's Enoch Valdez, 22-8. JP Maguliano against CAC, 14-4. Kalma, Kalahat, parehong double-double din. Pati si Marvin Junicio when they went up against San Beda. But here today, they stopped Justin Arana, who averages 15-13 to only 7 points and 13 rebounds, along with 8 turnovers. Yun ang kagandahan ng depensa ng San Beda here today.
And this is the Arellano Chiefs. Again, a slightly easier schedule for Arellano. Again, they will be facing the lower seeded teams, okay, in the next game. So may pag-asa pa sila at least, you know, to enter the final 6 lalahok sa ating play-in tournament. This is Justin Arana, 7 points, 12 rebounds today, and a couple of blocks, but 7 turnovers as well. That's due to the pressure that was really enforced by the San Beda Red Lions all throughout the game. Double teams, triple teams, minsan quadruple team ang tumatao dito kay Justin Arana.
Kalaban na niya yung San Beda, kalaban pa niya yung fouls niya. Talking about Justin Arana. And like what you said, medyo mahirap yung mga susunod na games ng San Beda. So I'm sure they will take this game with them, pero at the same time, get ready also for their next remaining games.
82-68, and coming up next, we'll be talking to the best player of this game when we return here on the NCAA Season 97 on GTV.
Narito na ang top 10 plays nitong nakaraang linggo sa NCAA Season 97 Men's Basketball. At number 10, CJ Cadwa steals the ball, goes all. Sa number 9, JB Bahio ng San Beda pinakita ang kanyang bagong spin move kontra sa JRU. Dito naman sa number 8, Robbie Naive sumugod kontra sa depensa ni Justin Arana at nakascore gamit ang kanyang kaliwang kamay.
Switching hands, Coach Jerry.
Here at number 7 is James Kwekute, reminding us why he's one of the best shooting guards, if not the best, in the NCAA.
James Kwekute with a step back three.
Sa number 6, it's CJ Cadwa again, bringing his bully time tweet to the actual game. Pati si Benji Paras.
This is your NCAA Season 97 on GTV, 82-68. That is our final score. San Beda getting their 5th win of the season. No defeats just yet. And right now, we are with our best player of the game with 14 big points today. We got their usual guy, James Kwekute, performing very well here. James, first off, congratulations.
Thank you, thank you.
James, this is we were talking about earlier, a bit of a statement game for you guys because a lopsided win against a team that's full of confidence, coming off a big win against Mapua. Okay, I want to start off with your game plan with Justin Arana because, you know, we talked about how the other big men, the other big guys continue to dominate you on the painted area. But in this game, you took him out immediately with those fouls.
So basically, we had to execute Coach Boyd's game plan. So when he gets the ball in the post, we went to a zone, so fire. So basically, had to double team him, make him like kick it out instead of him taking over, like beating our big guys down in the paint. So we executed that, and he scored only 7 points, like you said, and 12 rebounds.
Yep,
So
7 points and 12 rebounds, a far cry from his averages here this season. And congratulations first and foremost to you, because technically this is your 23rd straight elimination game win.
Right.
I mean, during the eliminations, I don't want to bring the finals up, but during the eliminations, this is 23 straight wins for you guys. And you, James, being the one left behind after, you know, the big four from last year, now you're just the one who stayed. Looking at the team right now, how important is it that your bench gets the confidence they need? Because unlike last season when you were pretty much top heavy, now you need the other guys to step up. How happy are you to see them, you know, contribute here today?
Well, I'm so happy because, you know, every game we need to get that dub, and thank God the bench stepped up today. Gab stepped up today. Tony, Justin Sanchez stepped up. Everyone. So thank God they did, and we came up with the W. So I'm proud of that.
James, I want to talk about the Pantana. It's back.
Yeah.
It's back.
Is it back for the first time? I was actually asking him. Is this the first? Because this is the first time I'm covering San Beda. So first game this season.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is it here to stay, James?
Just gotta wait and see, to be honest.
Ooh.
Maybe.
You got a dub and you played well. Player of the game. Evan Nelly was watching earlier. He was texting me, and then he's happy that you have the bandana back. And now again, looking forward. You beat all the teams below 500. You're going to have to go up against Mapua, St. Benilde, and Letran. And also Perpetual, your next 4 games, which Perpetual is also no pushover. How are you guys going to prepare mentally and physically for the next 4 games?
So we're going to take it day by day, each game. We're not going to focus on like every single game. So our next opponent, we're going to focus on that, execute the game plan, and then we'll go from there.
For you, James, personally, what's the main objective for you? Aside from, of course, your team objectives already, but for you, you're one of the seniors of this team. Do you have personal goals this year, at least in terms of your performance, your production on both ends of the floor?
Honestly, I just want to lead my team, to be honest. I want to show them what I'm capable of doing, because I stayed 1 more year, or maybe a second year, if I want to.
Oh, so you have 2
more years.
Yeah,
2 more years left. Okay.
I want to add on to that.
Is
life tougher now that, you know, Calvin, Evan, Donald,
Clint
are not with you there on the court this year?
It's different. Don't get me wrong. It's way different. Playing with the rookies and new guys. Honestly, I just got to do what I got to do to get the dub for my team. That's all that matters.
Hey man, at the end of the day, best shooting guard in the league.
Let's
Unanimous
go.
decision.
Unanimous. Trust you guys.
Unanimous,
All
bro.
Go ahead,
James.
go ahead. Say what's up to everyone
Yeah.
you're watching.
I want to say, back home, Toronto, I love you guys, my mom and dad, my girl, my boys back home, everyone also in Pampanga, my family there, my mom's family over there, and yeah, everyone else. Thank you.
There you go, James Kwekute, our best player of the game for the nth time this season for the San Beda Red Lions. Congratulations, James, and good luck in your next games.
Thank you, thank you.
James Kwekute here, pero may isa pa tayong kakausapin in a more fun segment this time around. Kasama natin ang second leading scorer ng San Beda, nandyan si Ann Gabriel.
Yes, mga kapuso, medyo maiiba nga ang ating segment today dahil imbes na magtanong ako ng mga serious questions sa ating San Beda players, slambo questions ang itatanong natin sa kanila. Kasama na nga natin itong si Gab Cometa. Hi, Gab! So as you can see, meron tayong box full of questions dito. So bubunot lang si Gab and magsasagot niya lahat ng questions na meron tayo today. Are you ready, Gab?
Sige. Ready.
Okay. Bunot ka na ng isang question. Okay, number 1. Alright. Ang question ko para sa iyo, Gab, ay what are your 3 favorite travel destinations?
Ano lang siguro, sa Philippines, sa Palawan po, Boracay at saka Siargao po.
Siargao. Pero di ba taga Cebu ka?
Yes po.
Okay, so baka next time na yung Cebu. Okay, next question please.
Ano to? 6?
Number 6. Or parang 9 siya,
Parang 9.
Gab. Alright, your question is, ay nako, ano ang hidden talent mo?
Ano siguro? Singing siguro.
Singing, syempre, kailangan natin ng sample from Gab Cometa. Go, Gab! Maikli lang.
I'd rather have both times with you. That it's time to someone else.
Yun na yun! Nabita na makala namin magko-concert ka na. Or next question for Gab, please. Number? 18. Para tayong may raffle lang. Alright, your next question is, what makes you angry, Gab?
Ano siguro? Yung yung mag-overthink sa isang bagay na parang mas mahirap kapag mag-overthink kasi.
Yan. So, bawal mag-overthink pag nandito si Gab Cometa. Lastly, may gusto ka bang batiin mga ka-fellow Cebuanos mo? Go ahead.
Binabati ko sa, yung family ko nga nasa Cebu karon. Then also, ako mga relative. And also sa section ko na 2BMC. And also sa isang shoutout ko lang na papa mama ko. Ay ba, I miss you.
Alright, thank you so much. That was Gab Cometa. Back to you, Mama Martin and Mikey.
And thank you so much, Gab Cometa, of course, surprising everybody today.
Wow.
Turning some heads.
Turning some heads din dun sa kinanta niya eh. Ganda ng boses pala nito si Gab Cometa. But yeah, one of those guys who really produced off the bench for San Beda.
We won't be surprised if in the next few games of San Beda, magsisegue siya sa halftime performance
Pwede
dito.
na siya dun, no? Paglamang naman sila. Coach, wag mo nang ipag-halftime to si Cometa, pakantahin na lang na. Baka maging kapuso artist yan, brother.
Lalo na pag ganun yung kumpiyansa niya, di ba, first half?
Biglang kumante. Walang walang hiya-hiya. Kumanta agad.
Okay. Ngayon naman puntahan natin yung next player natin. Kasama, off the bench din to, nag-produce for San Beda. Let's go to Avia Zunic. Go ahead, Avia.
Hi, kasama natin ngayon si Justin Sanchez. Hi Justin, how are you?
Medyo masaya ako, sobrang saya ko. So, hindi naman medyo, pero sobrang saya talaga ngayong araw na to.
Siyempre, galing sa panalo eh. Ngayon, Justin, gusto ko bubunot ka dito ng balls. May makikita ka dyan na bola. Tapos bibigay mo sa akin.
Nakakatakot yan ah.
Hindi yan nakakatakot. Go!
Uy! Wala, joke lang yun. Siyempre,
bigay mo sa akin, ako magbabasa.
Oh, sige.
Hay nako. What is your worst habit?
Worst talaga? Yung pinaka-worst?
Oo.
Yun nga talaga. Kasi, natulog ako ng more than 24 hours.
Yun na yung worst habit mo?
Oo.
Grabe naman.
Hindi kasi,
Sana all.
masarap kasi matulog, lalo sa pagpagod ka. Siyempre, minsan hindi ka na makakain. Siyempre, iniisip mo yung, minsan yung pahinga mo, para pagising mo, more more energy ba?
Ang galing. Next, kuha ka pa.
Ilan ba to?
3. Sige, para sa'yo.
16.
Proudest achievement mo?
Yung di ko expect na mapupunta ako sa school na San Beda. And mag-i-stay ako until college. Yun yung pinaka-worst na
Pagka-graduate mo ba sa Red Cub, nung pagka-graduate mo, naisip mo na ba agad na gusto mo maging isang Red Lion naman?
Oo, kasi first of all, sobrang napamahal ako sa pamilya ng San Beda, sa community niya. Wala akong masabi. Tinanggap nila ako ng buong buo. Kung sino ako, yun talaga yung Kaya proud ako maging bedista ako.
That's nice. Thank you for sharing that with us. Bunot ka pa.
Ubusin ko to
8. Okay, aside from basketball, anong iba mong sport?
Naging sports ko rin yung volleyball, tsaka track and field, badminton. Yan.
Ang dami.
Hindi kasi
sporty.
nung elementary ako, syempre height advantage ba. So gusto lahat ng coach ko noon, coach ng volleyball, coach ng badminton, tsaka track and field, gusto niya laruin ko lahat yun. Syempre elementary days. So kailangan i-enjoy ko daw yung pagiging athlete ko.
Thank you so much, Justin. And to end this malaslambok na interview, meron ka bang mga gustong batiin or message?
Ay, marami, syempre. Unang-una, gusto kong batiin yung pamilya ko sa Tarlac City. Binabati ko yung mga kababayan ko sa Matatalay, sa Sitio Tarikan, yung pamilya ko, si Dad, tsaka yung mama ko na nasa Maliwalo, Tarlac ngayon. Miss na kayo. Mimingat ko palagi, Ken. Love you. Tsaka last na pala, yung binabati ko yung pamilya ko sa sa Cainta Rizal, kina Coach Mano, kina Mama Love, tsaka kina Mama Lori. Hello po sa inyo.
Thank you so much, Justin. Back to you, Martin and Mikey.
Thank you so much, Avia. Marami nakabang dyan kay Justin,
Alam mo bro, dapat may rules na tayo. Kung ilan lang ang pinuntos mo, yun lang din ang pwede mong batiin. Hindi, joke lang. But Justin played a hell of a game, especially dun sa coming off the bench sa first quarter. Ang ganda na nilaro. Could be his breakout performance.
Right.
8 points.
Oo, ito yun na yung best performance, longest minutes on the court for Justin in season 97 from the Red Cubs program, getting elevated to the seniors team. As we take a look at the final stats of this particular game, Mikes, and we emphasize on the bench production here. 35 did come from the first half though.
Yep. And I talked about it with James. We talked about it with James earlier last season nung 18-0 sila. Medyo top heavy sila noon. Matindi yung first 5 nila, but here today napakita nila that this season they will use their bench a little bit more and they will need production from their bench. 41 to 24 field goal percentage nila.
Ayan.
How can you beat a team who scores 49% from the field, as well as forcing Arellano to 20 turnovers and getting 16 points off of those? And what a performance just for the San Beda Red Lions. And you said this, maybe a statement win for them. Kasi nga medyo matindi mga kalaban nila sa susunod na games.
And one of their better shooting games this season, Mikey, kasi ang dami nun. Kahit nakapanalo sila, pero yung percentage nila nasa 30 lang eh. So this is definitely a confidence-boosting, morale-boosting win, pang-5 in the season for Coach Boyet Fernandez and the rest of his guys. Now, we will interview one more mula po dito sa San Beda team. Balikan natin si Ann Gabriel.
Yes, Martin, kasama na natin ang isa pa sa mga bedistang nagpakitang gilas dito sa kailang game today. Ito nga ay si JB Bahio. Hi JB, are you ready for our segment? So nakita mo may ginawa ng mga fellow players mo kanina. So bubunot ka lang din ng mga questions, then pakita mo sa akin, then ako magbabasa ng question for you, okay?
Sige po.
Alright, let's do it. Bunot ka ng isa. Number 2, patingin nga. Alright, ang question para sa'yo, JB, what is your most embarrassing NCAA moment?
Siguro,
Nadulas ka ba ever dito sa floor? Nahulog ka? Ano ba?
Siguro pang 4 years ko na ngayon sa NCAA. Siguro nung rookie year ko, 2016 or 17. Yung pinapasok ako ni Coach Jamaic pa yan eh.
Okay.
Parang may nagkamali ako nun. Yun, basta yun.
Basta daw nagkamali. Etong si JB Bahio. Sige, mamaya babalikan natin yan. Ano ba yung second question mo? Bunot ka na.
Number 11.
Number 11. Alright. Alright, your second question is, ayan, what are your 3 favorite dishes? May mga niluto ba yung mommy mo na favorite mo paglaki mo?
Yung sikat na pagkain doon sa Cebu, yung nilarang.
Nilarang. Never ko pa na-try. Ano siya? Parang nilaga
Ano yan
ba
eh?
ito?
Sabaw na isda na maraming spices.
Ooh,
Sikat yun sa Cebu.
Okay, what else? 2 more.
Tapos yung adobong manok.
Adobong, everybody's favorite. Filipino favorite yan. What else? Last one.
Ihaw na baboy.
Inihaw na baboy. Pa nagsiswimming for sure, favorite mo yan, no? Ayan, okay. One more question, please, JB.
Number 3.
Number 3. Okay, number 3 question is what is your... Nako, naulit na naman. What is your most memorable NCAA moment? Baka may pangalawa pa tayong moment dyan.
Memorable?
Oo, memorable naman. Hindi na to, embarrassing,
Siyempre yung nag-champion kami. 2000, yung panahonan pa nila Robert Bolick.
Wow.
2017.
Yes.
Yun.
For sure, that was a historical moment para sa San Beda community. Alright, one more. JB, please. Mahaba-haba po ito. Joke.
6 pa.
6. Our question is, ayun, medyo showbiz ito Kung gagawing telenovela ang buhay mo, JB, sinong kapuso star ang gusto mong gumanap na ikaw? Nako, meron tayo dyan Dingdong Dantes. Meron tayong Alden Richards, Miguel Felix.
Si
Ano ba?
Alden Richards.
Bakit si Alden? Kahawig. Pwede. Bakit si Alden, JB?
Sikat yun dati ba yung sa Aldab?
Oh, so sino bang yayadab dyan? Last question, sige JB.
Last.
Yes, last question. Number
14.
Number 14. Number 14. Okay, for your last question, JB, no? What is your biggest fear?
Siyempre, mawala yung parents ko.
Yes, alam mo lahat siguro yan ang fear sa buhay, no? Pero maiba na tayo, JB. Meron ka bang province? Are you Cebuano also like Cometa earlier?
Yes, taga Cebu ako.
Taga Cebu rin. Gusto mong batiyan ng mga fellow Cebuano mo, mga kapuso natin doon? Please, go ahead.
Hi sa mga taga Olango, Lapu-Lapu City, o sa akong mamagpapa, o kay Konsehal Sadam, o kay Kuya Aldix, o sa tanan taga Tungasanon. Hi sa inyong tanan.
Alright, and that was JB Bahiyo. Mga kapuso, alam nyo, kung meron kayong mga gustong questions na ibato dito sa ating mga players sa NCAA, use our hashtag NCAA Season 97, tweet na or post sa Facebook at promise, babasahin namin yan at kami mismo ang magtatanong para sa kanila. Kaya naman for now, back to you, Mikey.
Thank you, Gab. At kasama niya kanina lang ang Alden Richards ng NCAA, si JB Bahiyo, contributing 8 points and 6 rebounds for the San Beda Red Lions. And the San Beda Red Lions are still undefeated here in Season 97, getting a win against the Arellano Chiefs, 82-68. Just an overall collective performance for all of them. Tony Inot with 9, Ralph Penuela meron ding 9 points, and Gab Cometa and James Quequete top scoring for the Red Lions with 11 and 14 respectively. Coach Boyet Fernandez, very happy with the performance of his Red Lions. Pero hindi pa tayo tapos dito sa St. Peniel Gym in LaSalle Green Hills. We will have Game On with your 4 favorite panelists. Diyan si Martin Antonio, Martin Javier, Anton Ross, and of course ako mamaya makakasama nyo kami with our fantasy draft of all the players here in Season 97. Makikita natin kung sino makakabuo ng pinakamalakas na team doon. At pagkatapos nun, our second game of your Easter Sunday, it'll be Enoch Valdez as his LPU Pirates will go up against Renz Abando and the Letran Knights. The chess match between Coach Gilbert Malabanan and Coach Bonitan will commence at 3 p.m. dito lang sa inyong NCAA. Again, congratulations to the San Beda Red Lions, 5-0 here in Season 97. As for the Arellano Chiefs, may pag-asa pa sila humabol dun sa play-in round natin. Sa lahat ng mga nanood, lahat ng dumulo, wag po kayong aalis. Meron tayong Game On and of course our second game. Dito lang yan. For my partner, Martin Javier, the name is Mikey Reyes. Take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Peace and love. At magkita-kita tayo maya-maya lang sa Game On. Dito pa rin sa Season 97 ng inyong NCAA sa GTV. Stronger together, buo ang puso.